Star Mitsubishi, S&T Bank, Blairsville Fraternal Order of Eagles, the Allied Milk Producers, Indiana Regional Medical Center and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, by Friends of Joe Pittman, Hutton Blues Insurance, Friends of Jim Struzzi, Martin General Store, the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, Luther Ford Lincoln. Also sponsored by Blairsville Flea Teak, Salzburg Shop and Save, Dowds of Plumville, by Dean's Diner, Murray Auto Electric and Radio Communications, and by Penn Machine Company. Now let's go down to the field for an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 FM.
It's winner go home as the District 6 playoffs kickoff tonight at River Valley Stadium. The Panthers welcome the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils in this first round playoff matchup. My name is Jeff Cribbs. Joining me tonight to bring you all the action is Bill Cody. And Bill, we come in this game with River Valley being the 3 seed, Bellwood Antis being the 6 seed. River Valley 9-1 the season, Bellwood Antis 6-4. But you can throw the records out the window when you come to playoff time.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll break that down a little bit as we move along here in this pregame. This is deja vu for River Valley and the fans because they saw this team here again. They saw them last year in the playoffs, and the Blue Devils just destroyed River Valley 43-14. They finished 7th in the Laurel Highlands Conference this season, but as you mentioned, they played a tougher schedule. They are led by a 1,000-plus yard running back. He's just a junior, Alex McCartney. 210 carries, 1106 with the yardage, and 18 touchdowns. They have a little bit of thunder and lightning, too. Chase Plummer, 92 carries, 660 yards. He crossed the goal line 7 times. And their quarterback is Braden Partner. He's 41 of 82, 664 the yardage, 5 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. So they have a thunder and lightning or a 1-2 punch. River Valley, who's that number 2 going to be tonight?
Well, that's true because the Panthers do not have a 1,000-yard rusher on the season, but the duo of Jake Woodring and Brody Hutter have over 1,400 yards combined and 20 touchdowns coming in this game. And we talked about this last week. Brody Hutter being a transfer from Mount Pleasant in his senior year. He's the district ruled him ineligible to play for the playoffs. River Valley appealed that to the PIAA, and the appeal was denied. So Brody Hutter not eligible to play tonight. So the big thing is who's going to replace Brody Hutter's production for the Panthers. You know, he had 114 carries on the season, 677 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Now, Jake Woodring, 103 carries, 785 yards, and 10 touchdowns as well. So Jake Woodring has been a workhorse. We've seen him show an awful lot of speed. He's a very shifty, quick runner, but the Panthers have to find someone to fill in the hole, a big hole left by Brody Hutter tonight.
Yeah, and they got to keep that rushing offense going. So who's it going to be? The way Hutter ran, he was that kind of low ball, put his head down, go straight forward. So I nominate Michael Wayno. I like the way he runs, but I don't think it's going to be just one, Jeff. I think when you talk to Coach or you ask Coach who's it going to be, he gave you like 3 different names. I think we'll probably see all 3 and see how they can go against this defensive line of what looks to be a pretty stout Bellwood Antis football team.
And, of course, the Panthers led by their quarterback, Max Brachetti, on the season. He is 42 of 78 passing, has 728 yards. He's thrown 10 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. He's really taken care of the ball very well, and he is third in the team in rushing with 74 carries for 410 yards and 7 touchdowns.
And he wants to play offensive line sometimes, too, because he's the leading rusher many times on those with that triple option that the River Valley offense runs. Brachetti ends up being the lead blocker. When that counter comes back the other way, he's leading the way, but don't take anything away from those 5 on the line on the offensive line and also the 5 on the defensive line. The River Valley is stacked when it comes to the line. You've heard Coach Dalton praise them all season long. He says, hey, these guys are great athletes, and he thinks that it's one of the best lines he's ever had on either side of the ball.
And, of course, on the special teams, if it comes down to a kick tonight, which is admittedly going to be tough as the wind swirls here through Panther Stadium tonight, blowing from the west to the east, from the scoreboard end the whole way right up to the beautiful new Shoemaker Fieldhouse there. But Cole Heckathorn has been clutch all season long. He's 39 of 43 on point after attempts and 7 for 7 on field goals with a long of 42 yards.
Yeah, and don't forget he had a 35-yard extra point in that United Valley game, in a crucial game that they won 10-7. So if Cole Heckathorn needs to line up for a field goal on that side of the field, Jeff, he could probably nail 50, 55 yards if they get that desperate. Going the other way, not so much because the wind would be blowing in your face. So it's always going to come down to special teams. It's always going to come down to mistake-free football, penalties, and turnovers. I think tonight's game, well, I'll give you my keys to the game later on as we move along in this broadcast.
Yeah, we talked about last year's matchup. It was the first round, similar time of year. We were not here, but the Panthers hosted Bellwood Antis, and the Blue Devils led 22-0 at the half, and the game was really never in doubt in the second half. They ran 54 offensive plays. They picked up 21 first downs, and they only punted one time. And they outgained the Panthers 360 yards to 236 in total yards throughout the game. Now, Max Breschetti, he was the quarterback last year. Had a decent game. He was 9 of 11 passing for 124 yards, 1 touchdown. Did throw an interception. But a lot of the skill players, had graduated out. We talked about Gavin Burkhardt, Sam Yancey. Those kids all graduated away. So it's some new weapons now for Max Breschetti in this playoff game.
Yeah, and he does have one, Brzezinski, the wideout, who we've seen make some spectacular catches. You and I go back to that Portage game, and he made that one-arm catch on the sideline right in front of us, basically. Yep. It was at Portage. You're pretty much right on the field in the broadcast booth. But he has other weapons as well. We talked about Woodring. We talk about Michael Wayno could possibly get in there. Adair, Hilaire. We've seen them all touch the ball this season, so it's going to have to be an ensemble cast that gets the job done for River Valley tonight. It is going to be a tough battle. Don't be fooled by the records, as Jeff said at the kickoff of this pregame.
That's right. Bellwood Antis would actually go on to lose to Cambria Heights the following week last season, 15-8. And, of course, tonight, Cambria Heights and Marion Center are facing off in the first round of District 6 2A playoffs, a big rematch there. So let's talk about the schedule real quick, Bill, how these teams got here. Let's look at last week's game for the Panthers.
Now, River Valley, they clinched share of the Heritage Conference with a sluggish start in that first half, but really just put the foot down and beat Northern Cambria 38-14 with Brody Hutter celebrating senior night in style. He had 16 carries for 141 yards. He had 2 touchdowns rushing. Threw in 3 catches for 62 yards and another 6. He racked up a total of 203 offensive yards. Max Breschetti was the highlight of the season for him. He was 10 for 13 with 2 touchdowns. He also had 52 yards running on the ground, and the offense registered its third 400-yard output of the season. Bellwood Antis, they played Forest Hills. Forest Hills, traditionally, a tough team. They beat them up 45-27. Those 2 junior running backs that we talked about, McCartney had 165 yards last week with 3 touchdowns. Plummer had 159 carries with 3 touchdowns, and they had their highest rushing total of the season with 375 yards. Can they do that against this River Valley defense, especially their defensive line?
So coming in this game, it seems like 2 teams that do really want to run the ball. That's what their stats have shown us all season long. The Panthers, of course, they haven't lost a game since way back in week 2. When they lost to Cambria Heights, and it wasn't even a close game. We were there 35-7. And Bellwood Antis, as we mentioned, they have a 6-4 record. But let's look at the 4 teams they have lost to, Bill. They played Bishop McCourt in the second week of the season.
Now, number 1 seed.
Bishop McCourt's the number 1 seed in 2A playoffs. Next week they lost to Huntington 7-6. Huntington is a 3A school.
Yeah, that's a tough battle there.
And then they lost to Phillipsburg Osceola on September 26th. That game was a 31-28, a 1-score game. Again, Phillipsburg Osceola is a 3A school.
And another number 1 seed they played, right?
Yep, and then so the next game, right after that, they play Bishop Guilfoyle, undefeated, number 1 seed in single A. They lost that game 21-14. As Bill mentioned, they beat Forest Hills last week, which is also a 3A school. So the Laurel Highlands Conference is a little structured a little differently than the Heritage. The Heritage only has single A and double A schools, which is just how the conference is formed. Nothing you can do about it. But the Laurel Highlands definitely has some bigger schools as far as size-wise and potentially some stiffer competition.
Yeah, they do, and they're battle-tested, and that's what really preps you for the playoffs. If you get enough points to get in, which they did, you're coming into the playoffs into the postseason. You're a battle-tested football team. And some might say, well, River Valley, what about them being battle-tested? They're only lost of the season. Like you said, Jeff, we have to go back in August when we were wearing shorts and sweating, and now we got overcoats on. But they are battle-tested. They played a good Northern Cambria team last week. How about the week before? They went on the road and beat a previously unbeaten Marion Center and beat them handily. And the games that they should have won handily, if you look at the scores, they did. Homer Center's a playoff team with, just 2 losses or 3 losses this year? They throttled Homer Center, basically. So may not have the battles that Bellwood Antis had, but when they had to take care of business, River Valley proved that they were the better team on the field. Tonight, they're going to have to do the same thing. Forget about last year. Forget about last year. Forget about revenge. Focus on what's happening tonight. Halloween night, ironically. Here, it's going to be an interesting football game.
It is. And other games going on tonight. We mentioned Homer Center. They're hosting Moshannon Valley in their first-round matchup. Purchase Line has the tough task of going to play Bishop Guilfoyle, the number 1 seed in Single A. Northern Cambria on the road as well. They're playing at Juniata Valley. We already mentioned the Marion Center Cambria Heights game. And United Valley, the other Heritage Conference team, travels down to Johnstown to play Richland tonight, the number 2 seed in Double A. So those are sort of the games coming up for you we have on the schedule. We also want to obviously thank you for joining us tonight. We have Renda Digital broadcast brought to you by Joyce Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning, and of course the Blairsville Fraternal Order of Eagles. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. They've been voted the best plumber and best air conditioning and HVAC series services in the Best of Indiana County magazine. Joyce Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning is the best place in town to take a leak. And, of course, the Blairsville Erie 1488 is people helping people. Please join them. Find out more. Stop by the FOE located just a field goal away from Panther Stadium, a Cole Heckathorn field goal away, on Old Route 22 in Blairsville. So we thank them for being presenting sponsors tonight, allowing us to bring you the Renda Digital feed. And, of course, we thank you for joining us on Cat Country 106.3. Up next, let's hear from the coaches. First up will be Bellwood Antis head coach Nick Loveridge. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
So, who's up for dessert?
Ah, tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
You can't have everything. Where would you put it? The Blairsville Fleetique is where you can find, well, everything from holiday decorations to sports, tools, kitchen items, and music. You'll probably find a kitchen sink, too. Blairsville Fleetique has antique treasures like blow molds and lights, books, magazines, and pictures, and more. Even a book for installing that kitchen sink. One-of-a-kind albums and furniture that you need to see. Blairsville Fleetique, open 7 days. On Route 22 in Blairsville, across from TriStar.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Ooh. This October, we're brewing up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi. And available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models. Ooh.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
What sets one insurance agency apart from another? Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
Our S&T Bank pregame show continues, and we talk with Nick Loveridge, the head coach of the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils, on the line with us today. Coach, this football game tonight against a team, you played River Valley last year. It worked out very, very well for your team. Does that game inform anything about what you're able to do tonight, since they have a new coach and new staff and it's a whole new season?
No. Last year it was our team was completely different than what we are now. And like you said, with Coach Dalton being there, things have changed for them. So it's two completely different teams. And, we're just looking to go out and play our best football game tonight. We know that River Valley is going to be a tough game. I mean, they're 9-1. You don't win 9 games if you're not a good football team.
You look at that football team across the sidelines from you. What do you see in that team that really, I don't think scares you, but you have to be prepared for?
Well, the offense that they run is one that we don't see very often. The last 2 years we played Westmont, so our kids kind of have an idea of what they do on offense. But it's most of the teams in the Laurel Highlands we played this year are spread teams, so that's definitely going to be a challenge. I think our young kids did a very good job of replicating it this week at practice, so that should help us out.
Tell me about what's going to be going on up front with this team. River Valley, of course, they can move bodies out of the way. I'm sure your guys can too. What's the line of scrimmage going to look like tonight?
Well, they put their guys in pretty tight splits, so it's going to be a large amount of mass there in the middle of the field. And our guys have to make sure we stay low and not let them get into us and push us around. The low man's always going to win. That's always the adage in football. And if we're standing up, their big kids are going to be able to get underneath us and move us. We have to make sure we stay fundamentally sound and do the little things up front.
Is this going to be an edge type of game? Are they going to try to find the edge on you, or are they going to try to stick right between the tackles?
They like to run the fullback, in between the tackles, but they also have a very good quarterback that they'll run the option with him, and he pitches the ball out. So we have to make sure we play responsibility football. We just went over, assignment football with our kids. It's just a little bit of review, like whose job is to stop this play, whose job is it to stop this. So we have to make sure we focus on what our role is on our defense and not just trying to everybody flying to the football, because they want you to suck down in on that fullback and then the quarterback's keeping the ball and he's running down the sidelines or he's pitching it. So we have to make sure we play responsibility football.
Coach, talk to me about your two big runners, because they can both move the football. Are they the same style of runner? Do they bring differences to their games?
They're the same player as far as work ethic, dedication, how much they love the weight room and football, but they run the ball a little bit differently. And, both of them last year missed our game because they tore their ACLs. Alex tore his in July, so he missed the whole season. And then Chase, he tore his ACL the first half of the first game of the year. So we missed both of them last year. Alex is that powerful runner. He's 200 pounds, 6'1", has good speed. He kind of is able to carry some people around. Chase has some of that same explosiveness, but has really good feet, and he can make people miss. And they both are able to run between the tackles, which makes them special. And, they can get to the outside and they have that speed that they can break away.
Coach, through this course of this football season, people might look at that record and say, boy, they've that's not a typical Bellwood Antis record. And maybe it isn't, but then you realize you played 5 AAA schools, you played 2 4A schools on that schedule. You have really gone up against some tight and really difficult competition, and you've come out of it feeling pretty good, I would guess, about your team.
Yeah, we knew going into the Laurel Highlands that we'd be one of the smallest schools in the league, and we would have teams that are a lot bigger than us, both playing Clearfield and Bellefonte the same year. Both of their boy count is over 300, where our boy count's 156. So, they're like double the size of us. So it was definitely a challenge. And, sometimes I think, having the Clearfield game first, that was a tough battle, a very physical game, and I think we were a little bit beat up for a couple of weeks after that. Just the atrophy of playing such a big school. And we made little mistakes during the course of the season, but I think we've come together as a team, and we've had some resiliency that we've been able to bounce back. I thought the last couple of weeks we played pretty well, playing Forest Hills last week. A school that's bigger than us, a school that has some, is in the District 6 playoffs for AAA. So we're definitely battle tested, and we're just hoping to be able to come out and play our best game tonight.
And playing in the Laurel Highlands Conference, you do get some long road trips, and that can actually work to your advantage. Guys can sort of grow closer as a team when they're taking those long trips together, can't they?
Yeah, definitely. One of the things our kids always talk about is the things they remember about football season is the bus rides home, just the camaraderie that happens. And, our kids are around each other a lot. But being on that bus sometimes, especially after a win, you have a lot of fun. And, so definitely it helps your team grow closer together.
Last question, Coach. What do you know Bellwood Antis has to do tonight to win this game?
We have to be able to stop their run, making sure we're playing that assignment football like we talked about earlier on defense. and being sure tacklers. Like, we can't let them break tackles and get to the next level. Like, the first guy needs to make sure he's driving his feet, and then we need to have the other guys who are responsible for that player making sure they're getting there too. Offensively, we have to take care of the football, and it's something we preached all football season about. We have to do the little things. And it's playoff football. The little things make a difference, making sure you're winning the turnover battle, making sure that you are executing and communicating and everybody's on the same page and we're playing as a full team.
Nick Leverage and Bellwood Antis tonight against the River Valley Panthers, and our S&T Bank pregame show continues on Cat Country 106.3 FM and Renda Digital TV.
When the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters. More control when it counts. More confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best backed vehicles.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi. I want to congratulate our local basketball teams on outstanding seasons and wish you the best in the 2025 district and state playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and hard work make our community proud. A big thank you to the coaches and teachers who guide you, both on the court and in the classroom. Your leadership shapes the future. I'm proud to serve the 62nd District, and I'll be cheering you on. Best of luck in the playoffs.
Paid by friends of Jim Struzzi.
So, who's up for dessert?
Tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Right in the middle of all the action. That's where Salzburg Shop and Save likes to be. As a small-town community grocer, Salzburg Shop and Save gets to know their customers by name and appreciates their business. Salzburg Shop and Save still offers weekly specials, coupons, gas perks, and prompt customer service. Best wishes to the River Valley Panthers from your hometown grocer, Salzburg Shop and Save. IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
What is an eagle? Our national icon, of course. The Blairsville Eagles 1488 are people helping people. Since 1906, they made life more desirable with their contributions. The Eagles Airy 1488 helps local charities with their generosity. Their events, raffles, specials, and music are how the Blairsville Eagles give back to Blairsville. On Facebook and William Penn Highway, join the Blairsville Eagles as they cheer on the River Valley Panthers to victory.
Our pregame show continues. River Valley head coach Ed Dalton is here, and we're getting ready for playoff football at Panther Stadium with a familiar opponent, unfortunately, for the fans of River Valley, with Bellwood Antis Blue Devils. But let's talk about how we got here. Everyone starts out 0-0, but playoff football, you finish the season 9-1. Specifically, Coach, the last 3 games, you had ball control, you had time of possession, you had penalties going your way, you had turnovers going your way. Do you like the way you finished?
Yeah, I mean, the lines got consistent. The D-line was consistent earlier. The O-line got really consistent and played well. Max is throwing the ball well. We got the option game down. I think sometimes people thought you could just run the option in like 1 week. It takes a lot of live snaps to really do it. And in today's world, with the depth you have, you really can't do that in practice. So kicking game's been good. Punting game's been good. So, we're a pretty good team. They're a good team. We'll see.
Bellwood Antis, they're only 6-4, and they played a very challenging schedule. 7 of their opponents being AAA. They only played one Class A team, I believe. But let's just talk about Bellwood Antis and who they are. That 6-4 record should be nothing coming in tonight.
No, it's almost like the old John Hayes team. For someone that has a little historical perspective, I think half these guys that coach for them either played for John or honestly were coaches with him. They do a lot of I things, king and queen, offset back. They have old Penn State formations that would make Joe Paterno proud, and they play the 50 really well with a lot of nuances to it. So we obviously have our hands full, and they're physical. So, but I mean, if I had my druthers, let's play in a phone booth and let's see what happens.
Last year, this team came in here and defeated them. Some of these kids remember that from last year. Do you tell them to remember it, or do you tell them to forget it? Let's move forward.
I mean, we do a lot of film study and stuff, so the film doesn't lie. We know they're good. We know the backs are good. We know what they do. I'm sure they know the same thing with us. I don't think we've talked really much that much about last year or anything like that, because it's a whole different enterprise. They have, I think, 6 starters back on O, 7 back on D if you count the 2 injured backs, and we have about the same on the lines. We don't have quite the skill back, but our skill guys are pretty good right now with young guys playing there, and Max, I would argue he's as good as any quarterback around. So, we'll take our chances with who we have.
I like the way you guys did wrap up the season. You tightened up your secondary, but now you got to face 2 running backs, one over 1,000 yards. The other one's not so bad either. Are you concerned about that?
Well, I mean, obviously that's what they do, and I think they both block for each other, which is quite a testimony to kids in today's world. The Q can actually run a little bit too, so there's more than 2 phases to that. 81's a really good receiver, so you just got to play football, and you're going to have to match their physicality, or you're not going to have an opportunity to defeat them. And we watched every game but one. We watched Phillipsburg match them. We saw Phillipsburg defeat them, a 5-5 Phillipsburg team, and we also saw them give McCord everything that they want. So obviously they can rise to the challenge. It's a playoff game. I don't think there's a bad team left in AA. I haven't seen the 8th place team, but I've seen the other 7, and there's a lot of good teams in AA in District 6.
Enough about the Blue Devils. Let's talk about the Panthers. I think that you've talked all season long. We talk about Max Burchetti and we talk about Jake Woodring, the stars, but you really like your offense and defensive lines, the guys up front and the ones in the trenches.
Yeah, I mean, we're big. We're collegiate on the offensive line. Now they're playing to their size. I mean, Sprague, Whitmer, Twincheck, Doak, and Faust have had really good seasons. We've mixed in a little bit of tight end late in the year. You might see some tight end again tonight. And then the defensive line, Forsha, AK, Strauss, Flickinger, who am I missing? Wayno. I mean, we played 6 or 7 there. They're really good. They're menacing. Wayno's a ball hawk. They all play all out every play. They play low, so they're going to make big guys play lower. So that's going to be a challenge for Bellwood, and the challenge for us is to keep playing low and not try to muscle with their size up top.
Halloween night, trick or treat. What's the keys to this one?
Well, we're willing to do whatever we have to do to win. So if you bring people on the line of scrimmage, we're going to throw it around 25 times. If you play us honest, we're going to run the ball. If you don't defend the option, we're going to run the option. And then defensively, we don't care. Special teams, we don't care. We'll fake a punt. We'll fake a kick. We'll onside kick. We'll kick a field goal from 45 yards. There's no tomorrow. And, we have a trophy. That's one more thing than Bellwood has right now. And we're playing on house money, and we're after our 2nd trophy of the year. Win or go home.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Pregame show will continue. I'll join Jeff Cribbs back in the booth when we return here on the IRMC Renda Media Football Network.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're brewing up scary good deals that will make your wallet with boy! Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
What is an eagle? Our national icon, of course. The Blairsville Eagles 1488 are people helping people. Since 1906, they made life more desirable with their contributions. The Eagles Area 1488 helps local charities with their generosity. Their events, raffles, specials, and music are how the Blairsville Eagles give back to Blairsville. On Facebook and William Penn Highway, join the Blairsville Eagles as they cheer on the River Valley Panthers to victory.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Friday night football may be heating up, but before long, the snow will be piling up. Get ready for winter plowing with Murray Auto Electric and Radio Communications in Greensburg and Ford City. They've got Meyer, SnowX, and Byers plows, plus expert installs, repairs, and even retrofits for older plows on newer trucks. Don't get snowed under this season. Get your free estimate at Murray Auto Electric, helping you battle the snow, one storm at a time.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better. IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Friday night football may be heating up, but before long, the snow will be piling up. Get ready for winter plowing with Murray Auto Electric and Radio Communications in Greensburg and Ford City. They've got Meyer, SnowX, and Byers plows, plus expert installs, repairs, and even retrofits for older plows on newer trucks. Don't get snowed under this season. Get your free estimate at Murray Auto Electric, helping you battle the snow, one storm at a time.
Today's best country on Cat Country 106.3.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. You're listening to the S&T Bank pregame show as we get set to bring you District 6 2A playoff football action tonight. River Valley Panthers hosting the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils. We want to thank our presenting sponsors on Renda Digital TV tonight, Joyce Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning, and the Blairsville Fraternal Order of Eagles, helping to bring you the pictures and the sounds of this game tonight. So as we head towards kickoff time, Bill, Cody, let's cover the starting lineups for both teams.
Well, let's start with the Blue Devils from Bellwood Antis. They are 6-4. They are the 6th seed in these district playoffs. Their quarterback is Braden Partner. He's a first-year quarterback. He was a running back last year. He's a junior. They got a junior running back, Alex McCartney. He missed last year with a torn ACL. He was a 1,000-yard rusher in his freshman year. Yep, he's a junior, and he's good. Chase Plummer, he missed last year with a torn ACL. He's having a great season. Colin Gibbons is a 3-year starter. He's a senior. You'll hear his name on some receptions, and he'll be able to get some touches. Jeffrey Waite, 2-year starter. He had 2 touchdown receptions in last year's game. You might remember him. They have a tight end who's Ethan Shawley, a touchdown reception also in last year's game. They're lined up on the offense with a right tackle by the name of Logan Ridgway. He's been doing that for 3 years. Dylan Eckenrode started the last 5 games because of injuries. They are anchored by Colin Burrows, the senior center. Quinn Folk is the left guard. He is another senior. You have 5 seniors on that line, Jeff. Left tackle is Jace Quick. He's a 3-year starter. And all senior starting O-line average weight of 250 pounds. It's a mountain of a man over there.
Some big boys in that line.
So let's go to the how River Valley offense, or the River Valley defense, will face off against those guys. On the defensive end, Michael Wayno. On the other side, it's Ahijah Kremakabar. We also have Tanner Flickinger, Brody Forsha. He's expected to be back tonight. Michael Wayno. There's another one that he is a senior. He's got a lot to carry on his shoulders tonight. They have linebackers of Brady Kaufman, Hayden Haight, and Brody Hutter. And I shouldn't have said Brody Hutter, correct?
Brody Hutter will not be playing linebacker tonight.
So we'll be seeing some subbing in there. Lucas Kishlock, who had a great game last week, by the way. Max Berchetti also lines up in that secondary, as does Jake Woodring and Brody Stoller. Cole Hectorthorne is your kicker. Max Berchetti does the punting. Their defense, Bellwood Antis. Christian Jennings is a 3-year starter. Yep, he's a senior on the defensive end. They have 2 defensive tackles. One's a junior. His name is Bryson Hescox. He missed last year with a knee injury. We already talked about Quinn Folk. He's a 2-year starter. He had 2 sacks in last year's game. Ethan Shawley, he leads the team with 3 sacks. Alex McCartney is their outside linebacker. In the middle is Cooper Loveridge. Chase Plummer is the other outside linebacker. He has a team-leading 88 tackles. Colin Gibbs, 3-year starter. He has 5 interceptions. He's a ball hawk. Another corner is Jackson Dormani. He is a first-year player. He's a junior. 2-year starter is Jeffrey Waite. Curtis Shedlock, 2-year starter. Those guys are the safeties. Miles Smearman is a soccer player. Lost in the district finals Tuesday night. He's a freshman. And also Reed Schreier. He is their punter. Their holder is Brendan McNeilius. The offense, Jeff, Max Berchetti, we know also well. Jake Woodring, another one. He's a sophomore. What's on his shoulders tonight? Hunter Adair. That offensive line that Coach talked about with Twincheck at the center. He's flanked by Benjamin Whitmer on the left side. Zeke Doak on the right side. Right tackle, Luke Faust. Dakota Sprague is the left tackle. Brody Stoller and Brendan Brzezinski. You might hear their names with some receptions tonight. There you go, Jeff, the starting lineups.
Thank you very much, Bill. So tonight we have the River Valley Panthers wearing their blue camo jerseys with the numbers and white and their names on the back. They're wearing their black pants and their white helmets. The Bellwood Antis Blue Devils wearing their gold pants with their white jerseys and their gold tops. Weather could potentially be an issue tonight. It's 45 degrees here in Blairsville. Wind could be gusting up to 24 miles an hour. Feels like 36 degrees right now. So it is a chilly night. We thank our cameraman, Joe Wooster, who is up in the crow's nest, hanging on the camera up there. It is pretty gusty. It's blowing from the scoreboard end of the stadium from right to left up towards the Shoemaker Fieldhouse. So I suspect there'll be some key decisions made when you're choosing which way you want to kick, Bill, to get the coin toss.
I would think so, and it depends. If you want to start out on offense, you might want to go from west to east because you might want to get that wind in your favor. If you're on defense, you'd love to be on the opposite side. One of the emergencies that might be going on tonight is will they run out of hot chocolate? Because I'll tell you what, they're going to be selling a lot of it tonight. I asked you earlier how you think Bellwood Antis crowd would travel. It looks like like they traveled pretty darn good, Jeff, because we got a packed house here tonight.
The far side of the bleachers are pretty full, and they were selling a bunch of hot chocolate when I went down past the concession stand. But tell you what, when I was walking down by the field level, the wind is really gusting on the field. It's not just feeling it up here in the press box, but we are tucked comfortably inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth, thankfully.
Yeah, and these two teams are both based on running. So, the passing game, hey, they can say let the wind blow all it wants to. The coaches' interviews that you heard prior to this, pretty interesting. Coach for Bellwood, Antis Leverage, he's basically saying, hey, we need to stay disciplined. We need to stay on our holes. We can't follow the fakes. And if we stay home, we'll be able to stop that option. And I loved it when Coach Dalton said, hey, trick or treat, baby. Halloween, we're going to go into our bag of tricks. If we have to fake a punt, if we have to fake a field goal, if we have to go for it on 4th and down, if we have to throw the ball, whatever we have to do, all chips are in.
So, as you can see if you're watching on Renda Digital TV, the captains are heading out for the coin toss. We do want to take a moment and thank our officiating crew tonight for this PIAA District 6 2A playoff game. The referee is Derek Solner. The umpire, Andy Lubert. Line judge is Brock Kaufman. The linesman is Keith Redfoot. The side judge is Joe Bazil. Field judge is Max Solner. And the back judge is Joe Jackins as they line up for the coin toss to start the game.
And for the first time this season, Jeff Cribbs and Bill Cody are going to give you the results of the coin toss.
So River Valley looks like they have won and deferred,
Yep, you saw it correctly.
And so Bellwood will receive, and they will be going into the wind to start the game.
We did it, Jeff. We did it.
We got it right. So River Valley will get the ball to start. We, of course, want to thank our first quarter sponsor tonight, bringing you this game on Renda Digital TV. It's Murray Auto Electric. Get ready for winter plowing with Murray Auto Electric. In Greensburg and Fort City, they got Meyer, SnowX, and Bayer plows, plus expert installers, repairs, and even retrofits to older plows on newer trucks. Bill, do you remember Halloween 1993 by chance?
No.
I don't either, but we apparently had 6.5 inches of snow on Halloween in 1993. So while it is a cold night tonight here in Blairsville, there is no snow, there is no precipitation in the forecast. It's just a windy, cold night. We have lots of the students here in the student section wearing costumes. The cheerleaders are dressed up in costumes and not the cheerleading outfits. So it is a festive atmosphere here on a Halloween night.
Anything can happen on Halloween night, right?
Anything can happen.
The 3 seed, River Valley. The 6 seed, Bellwood Antis. And Bellwood Antis, as I said, they're coming into this game very battle-tested. You're going to have to play disciplined football. And, Jeff, I promised I was going to give you the key to this game. If you're a River Valley fan, the key to this game is you want to stop this first drive, you want to get the ball, and you want to own the ball. Time of possession, first downs, moving the sticks. You want to keep the ball out of the hands of that duo in the backfield of Bellwood Antis.
Jackson Dormini is back to deep to receive, as is number 26, Chase Plummer.
So kicking with the wind at his back will be Cole Heckathorn.
And with his leg, there's a very good chance he will put this into the weight room in the Thomas Shoemaker Fieldhouse.
Or
onside kick. Do you dare do an onside kick to start a playoff game? I don't either, but I'm not the coach of the River Valley Panthers.
And we've seen it.
And we've seen Coach Dalton, as he said, any trick he can pull out of his sleeve, anything's on the table tonight as you try and avenge last year's loss to these Bellwood Antis Blue Devils and pick up the very first playoff win in the history of River Valley football.
Coach Leverage is definitely got these guys, these 5 men right here, ready for the kick.
The up guys are ready.
So let's just hope everyone gets through this game healthy. Let's remember these are 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. Let's just hope for a very healthy night and a great football game.
And Cole Heckathorn gets the ready for play. And he's going to kick it from right to left with the windows back. And we're underway for this playoff football game. It's going to be taken inside the 10-yard right, the 5. It's going to cut across the middle, have a little bit of running room, and be dropped down right at the 30-yard line. That is where Bellwood Antis will start this possession.
By number 90.
Oh, yeah. Kremakabar leveled him and said, hello and welcome to River Valley. 1st and 10, they will start at the 30-yard line. This Bellwood Antis double feature in the backfield. Don't forget the quarterback will hold on to the ball as well, and he will run the ball. So lots to watch for this River Valley defense.
They will send one man out to the left, one out to the right. The quarterback, Parton will work under center. He's going to turn, hand it off up the middle. And nothing doing there. Stood up by the River Valley defense. That was number 26, Chase Plummer, but nowhere to go.
Yeah, he was met by a host of River Valley defense just all over that play. The fake pitch, and this is what you don't want to see on the first play of the game, Jeff.
We do have an injured player down on the field. Well, attendant, we'll take a quick injury timeout as we're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
What is an eagle? Our national icon, of course. The Blairsville Eagles 1488 are people helping people. Since 1906, they made life more desirable with their contributions. The Eagles Area 1488 helps local charities with their generosity. Their events, raffles, specials, and music are how the Blairsville Eagles give back to Blairsville. On Facebook and William Penn Highway, join the Blairsville Eagles as they cheer on the River Valley Panthers to victory.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi. I want to congratulate our local basketball teams on outstanding seasons and wish you the best in the 2025 district and state playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and hard work make our community proud. A big thank you to the coaches and teachers who guide you, both on the court and in the classroom. Your leadership shapes the future. I'm proud to serve the 62nd District, and I'll be cheering you on. Best of luck in the playoffs.
Paid by Friends of Jim Struzzi.
Today's Best Country on Cat Country 106.3.
As we come back, Bellwood Antis with a handoff up the middle. It's going to be a gain of about 5 yards.
McCartney on the carry. He's the other one of that duo. So after a 2-yard loss, this is about a 7-yard pickup as they mark the ball at the 35-yard line. So the first third down of the night for this River Valley defense and for this Bellwood Antis offense. This is where it's going to be decided tonight, right here on these plays here.
3rd and 5. We should mention it was Brody Forster who was helped off the field walking gingerly during that injury timeout. Partner's going to work under center. He's going to toss it around the left-hand side. He's going to have enough for the first down. Run with the ball over there is number 26, Chase Plummer.
14 yards. Move the sticks. First down.
They're going to spot the ball, I think, just shy of the midfield stripe.
And they said that McCartney he'll often block. Well, they'll block for each other. And it's exactly what happened on that play. And the other thing that the coach said, don't want to see him get outside, because once you get outside, that's where the speed turns on. We have a timeout already by River Valley.
We'll take a quick timeout with him, listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking.
Brody Forsha getting worked on still on the sidelines by the trainer. Looks like they might be massaging or even maybe wrapping at this point. His right leg seems to be what the issue is, as he is on his back and getting worked on.
Brody missed last week's game after being injured in the Marion Center game 2 weeks ago, and so he was able to come back tonight, but unfortunately back out with injury. So it's going to be first down now for the Blue Devils, just shy of the 50-yard line. Partner's going to turn, hand the ball off. It's number 34, Alex McCartney.
Hayden Haight on the tackle, hanging on for dear life, but positive yardage for Bellwood Antis. It'll bring up second down. Yeah, we'll call it second down and 8. We'll be giving a gain of 2.
He will get the other side of the 50-yard line into Panthers territory. Still no score here in the first quarter in this 2A matchup between the number 3 seed River Valley Panthers and number 6 seed Bellwood Antis Blue Devils. Their first possession of the game. They'll advance across midfield. Partner works under center. He's going to fake the handoff this time. He's going to look to pass. He's going to fire downfield. Into the wind. The ball is going to hang up and be almost intercepted.
That's just good defense. That's what that is, downfield. And was that Perchetti? No, who was that on defense? That was Kishlock.
Lucas Kishlock back there. You could really see that ball hang up as he threw it into the wind, too.
Yeah, he did.
the Bellwood Antis going into the wind in this first quarter from heading towards the west end zone, the scoreboard end zone here at Panthers Field.
Yeah, he put the ball up there, and the receiver was starting to get separation, but he was like, hold on, that ball's hanging up there in that wind. 3rd down and 8.
Had to try and come back to get it. 3rd 8 now for the Blue Devils. It's going to be a toss. Be met in the backfield and wrapped up, and the ball is loose. The ball is loose. The Blue Devils get it back. They do. Luckily, Chase Plummer, Johnny on the spot, and picked up the fumble.
Good defense there by Brady Kaufman. He was holding on for dear life to make sure that the running back did not get loose. Now, they fumbled the ball forward, and it was recovered. Jeff, you remember this rule, right?
So, I believe it. I think because it was...
Oh, illegal forward pass, they're calling.
They're saying he threw it?
And lost it down.
Wow. Okay.
I
did not see him throw the ball. I saw it come loose, but I did not see him attempt to throw there. But anyhow.
Boy, that's a big call that goes the way of River Valley.
It certainly does.
And it brings up a 4th down, and it's punt time. This is what River Valley needed to do. You bend, you don't break. You got 4th down. You're going to get the ball. Can you get something going on a drive?
Reed Schreier is going to be the punter, and deep to receive is Jake Woodring. He's kicking into the wind. It's a high kick. Jake's going to come up and fair catch it. About the 36-yard line.
26, Jeff.
I'm sorry,
That's
26.
Right. 27 now officially. Yeah, he kicked that right in the wind. That ball good off his foot, but it got caught up in that wind.
It is a windy night tonight.
I want to appreciate you walking over to the field house to actually see how that wind felt.
It felt windy. The wind felt windy tonight.
A chilly wind, no doubt about it.
So River Valley takes over for their first possession at the 27-yard line. And in the backfield is Michael Wayno. Shay's going to look to pass. He's going to...
Oh, he held on to that.
I think he did hang on to it.
Is that Brzezinski?
Nice catch by Brzezinski. He did hang on to that ball. Looked like it was almost knocked loose.
Wow. Good hands. Brzezinski was covered well. Perschetti just threw that dart in there. Picks up about 8. We'll give him 7. Sorry, 2nd down and 3.
Perschetti will go back under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Michael Wayno. He's just going to follow up the middle. And I think he's going to have enough for the first down.
He is. Do I get any credit for this? I've been calling for it all
You've
season.
Been calling for Michael Wayno to run the ball, and here it is. Michael Wayno with the run.
Yeah, you're missing somebody like,
Brody Hutter.
Brody Hutter, who runs that straight forward. This is a great replacement. By the way, who had on their bingo card River Valley was going to throw on the first offensive play of the night? Not me.
So first down for the Panthers. And Perchet's going to look to throw. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's going to cut him across the 50-yard line. He finally pushed out of bounds there. Nice run by Max Perchetti.
Made somebody miss there, Jeff. Did you see that move?
It was a very good move.
I mean, you're going against somebody who's probably pushing 300 pounds, but man, Perchetti made a miss, and he picks up 11. And River Valley with 2 first downs. This is what they need, a sustained drive. Move the sticks. You don't have to get all the yards at once. Just keep the chains moving and keep the ball out of the hands of that dangerous duo. And so far, so good. This is the plan. This has to be the plan of the night for this River Valley offense.
So he's going to send Brzezinski out wide to the right of the formation this time. Michael Wayne is in the backfield behind him. He's going to take the ball and toss it to Jake Woodring. And he's going to be met there right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Wayno was looking for somebody to hit. 2 guys ran right past him, so it's a missed opportunity there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 on Woodring's first touch of the night.
Curtis Shedlock in there on the tackle with... So that will give him... Well, they do give him 1 yard. Across the 50 to the 49. No score yet in this game. This is River Valley's first possession of the game. They forced the Blue Devils to punt on their first possession. And now the Panthers are just across the midfield stripe. He's going to send 2 guys to the right of the formation. This time, 1 to the left. He's going to fake the handoff. He's actually going to give it this time to Adair coming around the right-hand side, so that end around up through the middle, and very little running room there for Hunter Adair.
And he was met beautifully on that line by number 66, Cooper Lovrich, holding the gain to just a yard. So to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Big third down coming up for the Panthers.
This is where the drive stalled kind of sort of for Bellwood Antis. So these two teams mirroring each other if they don't succeed. But 3 receivers in the game, Jeff.
Stuller and Woodring are out wide to the right. Brzezinski over here to the left. And Prochet's going to look to pass. He's pressured from behind. He's going to fire it out there. And just overthrows intended target. Incomplete.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down. With the wind at your back, you got to play the field position game, I would assume here. You don't want to give them any leverage at all. And, yep, the punt team will come in. Max Perchetti is the punter for River Valley.
And if I remember correctly, this is only River Valley's 10th punt of the entire season. They average less than a punt per game.
So these two teams mirroring each other, maybe filling each other out on this first drive, but 2 passes by Perchetti on that drive, but that one fell incomplete. It was well covered by Bellwood Antis.
Jackson Dormini is deep to receive the punt for the Blue Devils. Perchetti kicks it high, up
Nice
into the
kick.
wind. It's going to drive him back inside the 10-yard. He drops the ball.
Whoa!
It's loose. Let's see who has it.
They got it.
The Panthers have the ball.
Wow, we talk about special teams and turnovers on the same play. The punt return team, and that win, Jeff, you might have, as you called it, could have been playing games on that catch. He muffed it. River Valley, good coverage on the punt or the punt defense, and it's 1st down and 10. They got the ball at the 11-yard line, and just like that, they're knocking on the door.
So the Panthers drive will continue at the 11-yard line. So the first turnover goes the way of the Panthers.
Big one, too, considering the field position.
So there's going to be nobody out wide, all but in tight the formation. Michael Wayno's in the backfield behind Perchetti. He sends Woodring in motion. He's going to fake a handoff. He's going to look to pass. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Going to make a man miss. He's going to fire it down in the end zone. Tipped in the air and caught.
Oh,
no, not caught. A diving attempt there by, I believe it was Brzezinski. Brzezinski with a diving attempt after the ball was tipped in the air. We'll see if we can see a replay on Renda Digital TV.
Oh, Perchetti.
No, we don't have a replay on that one. I apologize, but incomplete on the pass.
Perchetti was on a roll, and you said everyone tight, so you're suckering him in. We're going to run. And then he rolls out to the left, and it is, in fact, a pass. And 3 first downs that they have tonight, they've thrown the ball all 3 times on their first down play. He threw a dart, but dangerously that ball goes up into the air. And fortunately for River Valley, it falls incomplete. It almost fell in for a touchdown.
Could have easily been picked off by the Blue Devils. Brzezinski is now out wide right this time. This time it's going to be a handoff to Wayno. Up the middle, finds a hole, pushes forward, and gets inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, a nice run there. Looks like he picked up 7 or 8 yards from the 11 to the 4. So 8-yard pickup for Wayno.
They put it at the 4-yard line.
Well, you aren't tempted to give it again. You got a chance for a first down here, 1st and goal. More clock. Or if he gets into the end zone, a touchdown. I think this is 4-down territory, Jeff, with everything that's going on. Play coming in late. The play clock's at 10 seconds.
They break the huddle. They will send Brzezinski out to the left of the formation.
Timeout call.
Timeout. Wants to call a timeout, and he's going to get it. So we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to an IMG High School Sports Night with Cribbs and Cody on Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Country 106.3.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking.
Smart timeout. They could have got the playoff, but why rush? Let's take our time. I think that's a good timeout call right there by Coach Dalton.
He's already used 2 of them, as we know.
This time on offense.
He's not afraid to use his timeouts.
In the first half especially.
So a big 3rd down coming up for the Panthers as they are deep inside the Blue Devils' territory, trying to get the first points of this game. This is their first possession, which was extended by the fumbled punt, which they recovered at the 11-yard line. We thank you for joining us tonight on Renda Digital TV and, of course, on Cat Country. Preschetti going to work under center and send Woodring in motion. He's going to toss to Woodring. Woodring going to look for a hole. Can't find one. He cuts back across the left, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Jake Woodring.
He was looking to pass the ball. Jeff. He had an arm like this, and then he decides, you know what? I'm going to run this way. That play is designed to go right. He was going to throw the ball, I think, to somebody coming underneath. He looked back to the left. Everyone was moving to the right. Touchdown. Good vision there. Jake Woodring into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nice play there, and you can tell if you see the replay that he was indeed sort of, I thought he was dancing, but he was actually looking, and this is a new formation from River Valley now. They're going to send the guys out wide as they line up to attempt the extra point. This is a new formation they have not run all year. They're going to now run the guys in close. Some people call that the swinging gate play on the extra point. But they're just going to kick it after all. Preschetti is the holder. The snap is down. The kick is up. Jeez. And that kick is good. River Valley extends their lead to 7-0. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Canada Van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
T-Bank broadcast booth, S&T Bank People Forward Banking. The Panthers lead the Blue Devils 7-0, and Cole Heckathorn kicks it away. It's taken at the 40-yard line by Dormini. He's going to have a little bit of running room up to the 30-yard line and be dropped there. And that's where Bellwood Antis will start this possession.
I want to bring up two key things on that mini drive for River Valley after the fumbled punt. Number one, the third down timeout. There was like under 5 seconds on that play clock. Didn't want them to hurry up, called a timeout. Came to the sideline, settled things down. Jake Woodring, people, is a sophomore. He was given the ball to pass it. He's a sophomore. Think of that. He's decided, I'm going to do better if I just go this way. Smart play, football IQ. It's 7-0. Bellwood Antis looking to answer.
And we actually have a timeout on the field, so we'll take a quick 30-second timeout and be right back. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
106.3.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. We do want to thank Joyce Plumbing and Heating and the Blairsville Fraternal Eagles for being our presenting sponsors of this Renda digital broadcast tonight, bringing you the playoff action on this Halloween night from Panther Stadium. The Blue Devils start their own 30-yard line. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Trying to break a tackle is number 26, Chase Plummer, and he's going to gain about 5 yards.
Yeah, positive yards on that play. First down. I was looking to see if Forsha made his way back into the game, and he is still standing on the sideline. Big loss. I think he's one of the leading tacklers. If not, he's the top three tacklers on that defense, and also he leads the team in sacks, if I'm not mistaken.
He does. Brody Forsha has 4.5 sacks in the season. Of course, they were without their other linebacker, Brody Hutter, who's not eligible to play in the playoffs because he's a transfer this year. Second down now. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle yet again, pushing against that River Valley defensive front, and it's going to fall forward for, I think, a gain of 1, maybe 2. It was Alex McCartney on that carry.
And a nice tackle on defense. Tanner Flickinger was not letting go, just hanging on to the leg, waiting for his friends to come, and they did. 1 for 2 on third down so far tonight for the Blue Devils, and they have a third down here and about 4 to go.
This time he will send one receiver out to the left, one to the right. He's got 2 guys in the back. He would send one in motion. He's going to toss it out here around the right-hand side. Here comes number 26 across the 40. Going to be banged out around bounds. Chase Plummer with a good first down pickup. Kishlock there on the tackle.
Picked up 13 yards. Plummer on the carry, correct?
No, his number, yes, I'm sorry, 26 Plummer.
Yep.
So they are just shy of the 50-yard line at the 47. So they'll set a 10-yard pickup. And a first down for the Blue Devils. They'll send 2 guys to the left side of the formation this time. Partner's going to turn and hand the ball off. Coming across midfield, that's number 34, Alex McCartney. A good gain for him again.
7-yard pickup. Bellwood Antis on the drive, trying to answer.
There's been 2 runs by McCartney and 2 runs by Plummer on this possession. They are in River Valley territory at the 44-yard line.
3.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. A turnover led to the points for River Valley. Up 7-0, but Bellwood Antis trying to answer. They might have the same key to the game for their offense. Keep River Valley's offense off the field.
If you can play keep away and you can score in your possessions, you'll be all right. So partner's going to turn and hand the ball off.
Wow.
It's number 34 breaking a tackle, and he is gone. Alex McCartney, and we have a flag late on this play. Let's see what this is about, because the Blue Devil players looking at the officials saying, I didn't do that.
They're looking at Logan Ridgway of Bellwood Antis.
So
well behind the play.
Well behind the play. He was not in the end zone yet. It will not be a post-play foul. It will be during the play. So if it's against Bellwood Antis, it's coming back.
Oh, it is coming back, Jeff.
Let's see what the coach signals. Or what the referee signals, I should say. Referee is Derek Solner tonight. This officiating crew for our district game.
Negates a 44-yard touchdown run.
He still hasn't actually made the call.
Oh, the touchdown counts.
They do say the touchdown counts. Okay. All right, they're saying it's post-possession. So the Alex McCartney touchdown will stand. Now, I can tell you that flag was thrown well before Alex McCartney was in the end zone. But they're going to call it post-possession, and they're going to let the touchdown score. And Smearman's on to attempt the extra point.
A little controversy here.
The kick is up, and it is good. Bellwood Antis ties this score at 7-7. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Best country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank People Forward Banking. We're all tied up, 7 apiece, here at Panther Stadium on an Alex McCartney 44-yard touchdown run.
So that 15-yard penalty is being enforced on the kickoff. So the ball will be kicked off now from the 25-yard line. He's kicking into the wind. So if there's any benefit out of this, other than the flag being thrown well before the runner crossed the goal line, is that River Valley should get excellent field position after this kick.
The Panthers should have excellent field position.
So the question was asked, and Bellwood Antis answered. So a counter punch to even things up at 7 with 3:02 left to go in this first quarter.
So number 16, Eli Jones, he's a freshman. He'll be kicking off.
Soccer-style kicker.
And the Panthers' deep players are up almost to the 35-yard line. They're expecting this kick to not be very deep with the wind. Wayno and Woodring are both back there. It's taken by an up man. It's going to be turned across the 50-yard line, down inside the 45.
So there you go. You're going to start a drive inside the 45 of the opponent. Not bad. I think they're going to officially mark that at the 43-yard line. So great field position. That's the good news for River Valley. But this game got evened up on maybe a little bit of a controversial call. And River Valley has to forget about that. Put that in their back pocket and go to work.
Michael Wayno on that return. So they'll be at the 43-yard line.
On all their first downs tonight, they passed. They've had 3 opportunities on first down. They all threw the ball every time.
Let's see what they do this time.
There's 3 receivers.
Perchetti is going to just drop back and look to run. He's going to have a little bit of running room across the left-hand side. He's going to outrun a guy at the sideline and be forced out of bounds. I don't think it's enough for the first down quite.
I think he does.
Let's see where they spot it.
Yep, he's up at the 32, so.
It is enough for a first down?
Yes, sir.
And they put it down right at the 32-yard line.
So he'll pick up 12 yards on that run. Perchetti has 2 runs so far tonight, 23 yards total. So he went back to pass. It was a design quarterback draw.
He's going to send 2 guys to right of formation, 1 to the left. Michael Wayno's behind Perchetti in the backfield. He's going to drop back and look to pass. Perchetti's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Running to his left. He's going to tuck it. He's going to end up firing it after all. It's going to be pulled in there on the sideline.
That's a catch. That's a good catch.
Brzezinski on the catch.
Nice play by Perchetti. So that's a 13-yard pass play, and it's a first down. His second completion of the night, and his second to Brzezinski. 2 catches for 20 yards, and they're inside the red zone now. The ball across the 20 at the 19-yard line. Throwing the ball on first down, Jeff.
You have to wonder if they're trying to take advantage of the wind being at their back in the first quarter to do some throwing here.
And also throwing a little wrinkle there. Maybe, Bellwood Antis, not expecting the pass. I sure wasn't. Perchetti had a good night last week.
Yeah, he had a career night throwing last week. This is going to be a toss play to Woodring. He's going to try and shake a tackle and be tripped up as he dove through the hole. So a minimal gain for Jake Woodring there.
And it's either going to be a pickup of 1 or 2. It depends where they spot the ball. We'll give them 2 to bring up second down and 8. See if they can get Woodring going as a 4-yard touchdown run. But other than that, just 2 yards. So 3 carries for 6 yards. But he does have that touchdown. A smart play by him. Perchetti was leading the block on there, and Perchetti got leveled on that play.
You like your quarterback leading the blocks, but you don't want to see him take a big hit like that.
No.
2 guys will go out wide to the right of the formation this time. He's going to take the ball and hand off to Michael Wayno. He's going to plow up the middle, bounce, try and go outside, and be met there by a couple Bellwood Antis tacklers.
Still doesn't go down.
Still doesn't go down. They blow the play dead because his forward progress was stopped. But Michael Wayno is tough to bring down.
Yeah, he bounced off a would-be tackler and said, all right, I'll go this way. He bounced again, but still would not go down. So no gain there. Third down coming up for River Valley. They're 1 for 2 on third down so far in this first quarter as we approach the 1-minute mark of a 7-7 football game. District 6 playoffs underway Halloween night.
Perchetti breaks the huddle, sends 2 guys to right formation again. Wayno behind him in the backfield. He's going to look to pass. He's going to drop back. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's going to get away, buy some time.
Throw it away,
buying time, running down the sideline.
Jeez, did he stay in?
He dove for the first down mark. I don't think he got it, but he sort of tried to tiptoe down the sideline. And let's see where they do mark him at. So it's to be a run for Perchetti.
He's going to pick up just a pair of yards. He tried to stretch, but he was already out of bounds. So here comes the field goal unit, Jeff.
We're going to spot this ball at the 11-yard line, I do believe.
So this will be a 20. They're spotting it at 23, so a 33-yarder.
A 33-yard attempt for Cole Heckathorn. Perchetti is the holder. He had the wind at his back kicking this way. The snap is good. The kick is up. And that kick is good. So Cole Heckathorn extends the lead. 10-7. The Panthers lead. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
So, who's up for dessert?
Tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank People Forward Banking. The Panthers lead the Blue Devils 10-7 after Cole Heckathorn remains perfect on the year for field goal attempts. He's now 8 for 8 with his 33-yarder. And the Panthers take the lead 10-7 over the Blue Devils with just 37 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Jeff, that kick would have been good from 45-50.
Now, he did have the wind at his back kicking that direction. But he does have a strong leg for sure.
Yes, he does. We'll see how that plays in when they're going against the wind. Let's see how the play calling goes. But I think he has plenty of faith in Cole Heckathorn's foot. Forsher remains on the sidelines, on the bench, a little isolated. He came out after the first play on offense for Bellwood.
Heckathorn boots it away. It's going to take a bounce to be picked up at the 10-yard line. It's going to cut back across the middle. Look for running. We're going to be swallowed up there by the River Valley Panther defenders. And we have a flag come flying in at the end of the play. Let's see where they end up putting this ball down at. It was Jackson Dormini on the return.
Did you see a hold or anything? I thought I saw maybe a face mask.
I don't know. I could not tell what the flag was thrown for. So we'll wait for the guy in the striped shirt and the white hat. It's a nice Halloween costume he's wearing tonight. Oh, that's just the official.
Blocking the back.
Blocking the back for the Blue Devils, so they will go backwards.
In a 10-7 score, ball is going to be marked at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bellwood Antis. They were able to get a drive going last time, and then they got the big touchdown run, a 44-yard touchdown run by McCartney.
So they'll send one guy to left, one guy to right formation. Partner works under center. And the offensive lineman for Bellwood jumped. He flinched, so they're going to go back 5 more yards.
Yeah, that's their 4th penalty in this first quarter against Bellwood Antis. So that takes him back, and they'll mark the ball at the 7. 1st and 15.
And they will have to run at least one more play here before the first quarter comes to an end. Let's see what the Blue Devils dial up here on this 1st and 15. They send one guy to each side of the formation. Partner works under center. He's going to turn and hand the ball off, coming at the middle. A little bit of running room there. Not much. That was number 26, Chase Plummer on the carry.
And he'll pick up 3. Bring up a 2nd down and 12. That's probably going to be done. Yep, they're going to do that in the second quarter.
Okay, so the first quarter comes in with the Panthers leading the Blue Devils 10-7. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night with Cribbs and Cody on Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
State Senator Joe Pitton, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Right in the middle of all the action. That's where Salzburg Shop and Save likes to be. As a small-town community grocer, Salzburg Shop and Save gets to know their customers by name and appreciates their business. Salzburg Shop and Save still offers weekly specials, coupons, gas perks, and prompt customer service. Best wishes to the River Valley Panthers from your hometown grocer, Salzburg Shop and Save.
On Cat Country 106.3.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth, People Forward Banking. Your second quarter sponsor tonight is IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Their urgent care is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Old Route 22 next to Chestnut Ridge Resort. Get in, get out, get better at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. And of course, we want to thank our presenting sponsors bringing you the Renda digital feed tonight, Joyce Plumbing and Heating, and the Blairsville Eagles Club.
4 penalties for 35 yards going against Bellwood Antis in that first quarter, and they have come in not good situations. They started this one after a penalty on the punt return. They got a 5-yard penalty right on first down. Backed them up. They got a couple yards at second down, and we'll call it 13 from the 10.
They're going to send 2 guys out to the left side of the formation. Running backs will line up in an I behind partner in the backfield. He's going to look to pass. He's going to fire it out here. It's going to be caught, but tackled almost immediately. That was number 81, Jeffrey Waite, on the reception.
And on the tackle was Brady Kaufman. You know, the one who loses his shirt.
What number is he wearing tonight, Bill?
64.
64. Well, I must have found 64 again. They're going to spot that ball at the 10-yard line.
So just a real quick pass.
The 12-yard line.
Trying to catch River Valley, maybe sleeping a little bit, played up tight. And like you said, immediately tackled, hit by a couple of guys before Kaufman made the finish. 3rd down and long. They're 2 for 3 on 3rd down so far.
This time, partner sends 2 guys out wide to the right, and he's going to turn and hand the ball off. Coming across the right-hand side, that's number 34, Alex McCartney, and he's not going to get much yardage there.
No, just a couple of yards, give him 3, and the punt team is on. So another hold here for River Valley. Big play by that defense. They get the ball back, get that offense off the field of Bellwood Antis, because we saw the 44-yard touchdown run earlier. They have some pop. But now punting from the shadows of your own goalpost. He's actually standing at the 3 to receive the snap.
That's Reed Schreier set to kick it away. Jake Woodring is back to receive. He has the wind at his back. The snap's a little low. The line drive kick, it's going to bounce and go out of bounds right about the 40-yard line. It never goes out of bounds. They do touch it dead, so it's going to be at the 39. So very good position for the Panthers.
Field position game, Jeff, being played and being won right now by River Valley. Those were some of the things that the coach talked about. All these little small things matter, but the field position game tonight is really working in the favor of River Valley, and a lot of that has to do with the penalties committed by Bellwood Antis, including the 15-yarder on the touchdown run, because River Valley got great field position after that touchdown. Great now at the 39.
So the Panthers lead the Blue Devils 10-7 as they start this possession. Everybody in tight in the formation. Wayno is behind Perche in the backfield, and Perche is going to look to pass. He's going to have time. He's going to step up in the pocket and be dropped for a sack.
Yeah, he looks like he was going to step up and throw, but -5 on that play.
I think that was Quinn Folk on the sack. So it'll be a 2nd down, and he's going to lose, looks like 4 yards. Back to the 44.
Yeah, loss of 5 officially. 2nd down and 15. Stepped up inside the pocket, but it swarmed him.
So this time he will send Brzezinski out left and Stellers out wide to the right. Perche's going to turn and hand the ball off to Michael Wayno. Just going to push the pile up the middle and churn forward for a gain of about 2 yards.
Yeah, just 2 yards gain, but trying to get some of that back after they lost, but they're still going to be behind the sticks. They're 1 for 3 on 3rd down tonight. River Valley has 4 first downs in this game. Wayno steps out, and Patrick Hilaire comes in as they look like to maybe go a little passing formation on 3rd and long. But again, passing on 1st down. They went back to pass on 1st down again on this drive.
Coach Dalton said he would use Wayno, Hilaire, maybe even Evan Strauss at fullback tonight with Brody Hutter not available. And it is Hilaire who lines up in the fullback position behind Perchetti under center. He's going to fake the handoff to him, keep it himself, run across the right-hand side, and not have quite enough for the 1st down.
So picks up 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down. Another run for Perchetti, design run, got behind Hilaire. Made some progress. I don't think they're going to bring in Cole for this one.
I don't think so.
51 yards into the wind.
This will be kicking into the wind. As you can see, if you're watching around digital TV, the flag posts on the pole are blowing strongly from the west end zone towards the east, where the Thomas Shoemaker Fieldhouse is. So they will keep the defense out there.
Play clock at 5.
5 seconds on the play clock. And Coach Dalton will take a timeout. So we will take one as well. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Center on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
RMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. We want to thank our sponsors tonight, bringing you the Renda digital feed, Joyce Plumbing and Heating, and the Blairsville Eagles Club. And our second quarter sponsor is the IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Their urgent care is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They're on Old Route 22 next to Chestnut Ridge Resort. Get in, get out, get better at the IRMC Chestnut Ridge.
This is a big play for the Bellwood Antis defense because if they stop them on fourth down, you automatically improve your field position that you've been battling all night. So a big play for this River Valley offense.
The Panthers out of timeouts now. Michael Waino checks back in the fullback spot for this play. He's going to turn. Pacheco's going to look to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to flush. He's going to be dropped and sacked. Way back. Big loss. Number 24, Ethan Shawley coming in there and dropping Pacheco with the big loss.
And that's a 13-yard loss. And talk about improving field position. As I said, that's a big play for the Bellwood Antis defense.
And you can see on the Renda digital replay that he's under pressure almost immediately. So the sack and a turnover on downs gives Bellwood Antis very good starting field position at the 47-yard line.
I think that's 46 officially, Jeff.
Okay. 46 it is. Handoff this time around the right-hand side. Getting a good chunk of yards is number 34, Alex McCartney.
So they're starting to add up the yards. A 5-yard pickup and a player down for Bellwood Antis.
And so we will take a quick injury timeout as well. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
What is an eagle? Our national icon, of course. The Blairsville Eagles 1488 are people helping people. Since 1906, they made life more desirable with their contributions. The Eagles Airy 1488 helps local charities with their generosity. Their events, raffles, specials, and music are how the Blairsville Eagles give back to Blairsville. On Facebook and William Penn Highway, join the Blairsville Eagles as they cheer on the River Valley Panthers to victory.
Martin General Stores are a proud sponsor of high school athletics and
Forward banking.
Colin Burrows, I believe that's who's down. 6 foot, 270-pound senior center. And he does jog off the field, trot off the field under his own accord. Hopefully for Bellwood Antis, he gets back in the game and he is okay. We haven't seen Forsher return, I don't think, yet to this game, Jeff, did we?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, he's still sitting on the bench, unfortunately.
So the good news is that Colin Burrows does walk off under his own power, but they have to put in a sub at the center position for this second down play. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Running with the ball is number 26, Chase Plummer. He just sort of pushes forward, and he may have enough for the first down.
Yep, they're going to move the sticks. First down, their third first down of this first half. He needed 4, got about 5. Did Plummer. His 6th carry of the night moves the sticks. And Bellwood Antis on the move.
Spot the ball at the 44. The Panthers lead this game 10-7. Blue Devils driving. First down dart play is going to be a dive forward. Number 34, Alex McCartney. It's going to pick up probably about 5 on that play.
We'll give him 4 officially, but yeah, straight up the middle of the dive play, Jeff. The way he runs, his top of his body is leaning forward. He's a bigger guy, not like a Michael Waino or, unfortunately, again, Brody Hutter not here tonight, or he's here, but ineligible to play. Just barely touching the 40-yard line. So second down, a long 6.
All right, it's a very upright running style, leaning forward for Alex McCartney. He dots the I in the backfield, and they're going to give it. They're going to fake it to him. It's going to be an end around. It's going to be snuffed out nicely Dropped there by number 28 for the Panthers. That's Brody Hauser.
And Kaufman was the one who disrupted that play big time.
That was Gibbons on the carry.
Yep, Colin Gibbons, his first touch of the night. Not a memorable one. Gets knocked back a yard.
41-yard line.
Third down. They're about 50% on third down. Nope, they are 50%. 2 for 4.
Partner's going to send two.
Fumble on the snap.
The ball was down.
Oh, and it bounces the way of Bellwood Antis.
Partner went and recovered it. Wow, lucky bounce there.
How did he get there? Wow.
He just was able to dive forward and corral it. So it's going to bring up a fourth down now.
Picks up 6 yards on a fumbled snap.
The old fumble Rooski, Bill.
Well, that's actually the second time on this drive that had a little problem with the snap.
They do have a new center in there right now.
Oh, good point. That's why you make the big bucks, Jeff.
I appreciate that. Fourth down now for the Blue Devils. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to find running room across the right-hand side. He's going to stiff arm a man, be across the 30-yard line. Alex McCartney with the first down pickup for the Blue Devils.
9-yard pickup.
They're going to spot that at the 28-yard line.
McCartney's an impressive runner.
You can see why he leads the team in the running yards that he has.
So they go for it on fourth down, and they convert for their fifth first down of the first half.
McCartney was as a 1,000-yard rusher this year. He had 1,400 yards his freshman year. Missed his sophomore season last year due to a knee injury. He's back and running well for the Blue Devils. It's going to be a fake, just a quarterback end around. Running with the ball's partner. He's going to get across the 25-yard line and be dropped there.
Slow to get up was Woodring.
And the Panthers can ill afford to lose him.
6-yard pickup by partner on the run. Quarterback decided to keep it himself, run that perimeter, trying to get that speed outside. That's where they're very dangerous if you let them go out. They like to run between the tackles, but if they get outside that perimeter, they do have speed.
Second down now for the Blue Devils. Partner's going to toss it. McCartney this time, and he is dropped there.
Coming off the block.
Great.
That's how you do it.
Great play by Brady Kaufman.
And he saw the play the whole way, and he just got off of his blocker, off of his defender, and was able to bring him down for a loss. Good job.
They're going to move it back to the 26-yard line.
Who ran that ball, Jeff? I didn't.
That was number 34, Alex McCartney, on the carry.
So I was more paying attention to the defender because I saw he was one-on-one, and he just shed that block.
It was a great tackle for sure.
Was. 2 for 5 on third down in this first half.
Partner's
fumble the ball
again. And this time he's going to fall back on it. Lucky twice on this drive.
I gotta see partner after the game. The Mega Millions and Powerball is really high. This kid's getting the luck of the bounce tonight.
I guess. Wow.
The new center is obviously causing issues here for Bellwood Antis. Ball taken back now to the 28-yard line.
Actually, looks like Colin Burrows is back out there now, Bill.
So
that's good news for them.
That is good news for them, but that's an issue that they're having problems with the snap.
Yep, number 64 Burrows is back in the huddle.
2 for 6 now on third down, and now they have a fourth down and 10. They're 1 for 1 on fourth down, and they want to talk about it,
They're going to talk about it. So we'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night with Cribs and Cody on Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Martin General Stores are a proud sponsor of high school athletics and congratulates both teams on their success. There are many good reasons why you should shop at your local Martin General Store. Monthly specials on a variety of hot and cold sandwiches, wraps, pizza, and deli items. And if you don't have a Martin Gold Star Rewards card, just stop at your local store and apply to save on food specials and gas for your vehicle. These are just a few good reasons why you should be shopping at your local Martin General Store.
Is Best Country 106.3.
Cat Country. Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. We do want to thank the Blairsville Eagles, one of our presenting sponsors for tonight's Renda Digital broadcast, as well as Joyce Plumbing and Heating. They were voted Best of Indiana County Magazine twice now for the best place in town to take a leak, Bill. If you need to have someone fix your heating, your air conditioning. You got to have your heat running now. It's cold. It's getting cold these early fall. I guess we're early November as of tomorrow. These playoff games get to be kind of chilly, and it's a cool one tonight for sure at Panther Stadium.
Football weather.
So a big fourth down for the Blue Devils. A 4th and 10 coming up. Partner's going to look to pass. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw it back across. The guy is wide open.
And there's the speed.
I was going to say stepped out of bounds. That was number 24, Ethan Shawley. It was a designed throwback, as you can see on the Renda Digital TV. He's going to roll to his right, fire it back, almost a lateral. And he's going to try and tiptoe down the sideline, but finally step out of bounds there. So partner
16 yards
to Shawley.
And it's another conversion on 4th down. Nice play. Good time out there for the Blue Devils to design that play and to be able to move the sticks.
This is the 11th play of this drive coming up already for the Blue Devils.
At 2:45 to go. They'd love to hold on to it and not have to give up the ball.
Down to 5 seconds to go on the play clock. It's going to turn and hand the ball off. Big hole up the middle. Into the end zone is number 26, Chase Plummer.
I don't think he was touched until he got down to inside the 5-yard line, so almost running free was Plummer. He gets into the end zone. Their second rushing touchdown tonight. McCartney had one earlier, 44 yards, and it is a touchdown. And Bellwood Antis goes up 13-10 with the extra point pending. That's good blocking by the offensive line to open up that gaping hole.
12-yard run there for Chase Plummer. On to attempt the extra point.
2:39 left, so plenty of time left. River Valley gets the ball to start the second half, so if they can try to bookend this, and I'm sure that's going through the mind right now of Coach Dalton.
But no timeouts left for them.
Correct.
So Smearman, the kicker, he's a soccer player. And his kick is up and good. So the Blue Devils take a lead, 14-10 over the Panthers. You're listening to an IRM's High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Can't have everything. Where would you put it? The Blairsville Flea Teak is where you can find, well, everything from holiday decorations to sports, tools, kitchen items, and music. You'll probably find a kitchen sink, too. Blairsville Flea Teak has antique treasures like blow molds and lights, books, magazines, and pictures, and more. Even a book for installing that kitchen sink. One-of-a-kind albums and furniture that you need to see. Blairsville Flea Teak, open 7 days. On Route 22 in Blairsville, across from TriStar.
106.3 Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. The Bellwood Antis Blue Devils lead the River Valley Panthers 14-10 on a Chase Plummer 12-yard run. It was an 11-play drive covering 53 yards, and they take the lead over the Panthers. But the Panthers will get the ball back before we get to the half.
You got to wonder the missing piece on that defense with Forsha. Sitting down at the end of the bench. Got to feel bad for him.
I know Brody Hutter tonight on defense either. He's also was playing outside linebacker for them.
2 big misses.
So the kick is going to be taken by the up man. Going to have some running room across the 30 out to the 35-yard line. It was number 11, Dakota Haupt, on the return. River is going to take over. We're going to have a timeout in the field. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
So, who's up for dessert?
Ah, tempting, but I should check my balance first.
Don't worry, I got it.
No, all good. Dessert's on me.
Ever hesitate before making a purchase? What if you could always know? You can with S&T's mobile banking. Check your balance, pay friends on the spot, track your spending anytime, anywhere, all from your phone. Visit stbank.com to learn more and download our mobile app today. S&T Bank, member FDIC.
But as Bill mentioned, they will get the ball to start the second half. So let's see if they can mount some sort of a drive here to cut into this Blue Devil lead.
37-yard line is where they're starting. Not bad field position. River Valley's been able to move the ball. Maybe not as good as Bellwood Antis has in this first half, but 4 first downs. They've used all 3 of their timeouts. They're just 1 for 4 on third down. They're 0 for 1 on fourth down. So if they want to sustain a drive here, you got to be careful because Bellwood Antis still has 2 timeouts left in case they want to try to sneak something in before the end of the half. So you got to move the sticks here at least, even if you're going to want to make sure that Bellwood Antis doesn't touch the ball before the end of this second quarter.
Yes, this could be a very big possession in determining what our halftime score is going to be, whether they can
add on
or protect their lead. Yes.
Yeah.
So the Panthers have everybody in tight to the formation. He's going to send Woodring in motion. He's going to hand the ball off to Woodring. He's going to be met in the backfield, spin out of a tackle, try and make some running room, and finally get across the 40-yard line. So way to make something out of nothing there for Jake Woodring.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. He ran 11 yards just to get 3. Came over to the right side, and that wasn't there. Good vision by Woodring. We've seen him do it all season. He has finesse. He has some speed. He has that stop-and-go ability, and great vision, as a matter of fact. He was able to look at where he was going, and there was nothing there, so he came back to the left and made something out of nothing. Clock continues to wind, 2-minute mark. 2nd down and 7 for River Valley. What do they want to do here?
Everybody's in tight. I'm sorry, he sends Brzezinski out wide to left. Everybody else is in tight to the formation. He's going to hand the ball off to Michael Wayno. He's going to push up the middle, but be met by a host of Blue Devils defenders and be dropped backwards. No gain there for Michael Wayno.
I think they are officially giving him a yard as they mark it now at the 41. I might have been a little generous. 3rd down coming up.
Bryson
Bellwood Antis is going to call a timeout.
Bryson Hexcock met him right there in the hole to thwart that drive, that run, I should say. As Bill mentioned, they spotted at the 41-yard line. We're going to stay right here. Bring you this upcoming 3rd down play for the Panthers. They trailed the Blue Devils 14-10.
1 for 4 on 3rd downs. That is Bellwood Antis' 2nd timeout. The reason they called that is because the clock is at 1:41 to go. If they would stop them here, Bellwood Antis has to be thinking, hey, we get the ball back and maybe we can add on to our 14-10 lead. River Valley definitely wants to convert here and keep the ball out of the hands of that Bellwood Antis 1-2 punch in the backfield, and they've been successful here in this first half.
Yeah, Chase Plummer with the touchdown run so far for them, and Alex McCartney. So the 2 running backs, each of them have had a touchdown run for the Blue Devils scoring. And that plus the Cole Heckathorn field goal leaves our score 14-10 with the Panthers trailing the Blue Devils.
If you want to make comparisons, and like you said, it's 2 different squads, but last year at halftime, this game was already out of reach. This one is far from that. This one's nip and tuck, back and forth, a little bit of a chess battle going on for River Valley and for Bellwood Antis. 3rd down.
We will see if they can convert this key 3rd down.
Key is right.
Perchetti's going to draw back and look to pass. He's going to fake a pump. He's going to throw it down the field.
What's that? That's interference. He never turned around. That's easy.
And the flag is going to come in.
Every official threw a flag. You're the only one who didn't throw a flag on that.
I know, and I probably should have.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Brzezinski, the intended target down there.
You can't do that. You can't. Yeah. You got to turn around. He was faced the receiver the whole time and put his arms up. I mean, that's the easiest call an official's ever going to make. That's easy money for the guys tonight.
So a defensive pass interference will be 15 yards. It'll be enough for the 1st down. And all of a sudden, the Panthers are now across the 45 to the 44-yard line.
A lot of things happen on that play. One, Bellwood Antis stopped the clock for them because they were hoping to get the ball back. Pass interference penalty stops the clock. 1:35. So River Valley has some time here to operate.
They are out of timeouts, but there's still a good bit of time in this quarter. He's going to send Woodring in motion. Berchet's going to drop back and look to pass. He's going to fire it out here and be bobbled and dropped by Hunter Adair.
Yeah, at that point you say, okay, I'm going to be losing yards if I catch this ball.
Once he bobbled and he was giving ground, going backwards, yeah, you're right, but it would not have been a good idea to catch that ball. So.
And on the bonus side of that, it stops the clock. You only lost 5 seconds on that play, so 1:30. You wonder how far do they have to go? If it's the last play of the first half, would you let Heckathorn kick into the wind? If it's the last play of the first half. If you get some yardage here.
You look at the flags on top of the goalposts, and they are still blowing pretty stiffly on this cool, breezy night here in Blairsville. Richetti's going to fake a handoff, keep it, and just be dropped for a sack. Nowhere to go. Good pressure there. Number 24, Ethan Shawley was in the backfield.
That's the 3rd sack of this first quarter. And then is this another timeout? Bellwood Antis going to spend their last timeout here.
Let's see.
Because they got themselves 3rd and really behind the sticks, 3rd and 15.
Bellwood Antis does use their last timeout to try and get a punt. Well, they want to sort of force Coach Dalton's hand. It is actually going to be a third down coming up.
Third and long.
But a third and very long. So if you're talking about trying to have Cole Heckathorn attempt an extra point,
they'd have to obviously.
You're going to have to get a first down.
Yeah, obviously.
You are way too far away.
I wanted to see how that would play out. If they would have been like, okay, we're down to 3 seconds, no one can stop the clock. You got to worry about a field goal block, and a return, and all that kind of good stuff. But I think he's only had one kick that was blocked this year, and that was an extra point.
Yep.
Everything's been working good as far as the snap, the hold. There's so many things that go into kicking a field goal, but now after the sack, after a couple of negative plays, that's a conversation that maybe not going to have here before the end of the first half.
Only 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go until halftime.
And both teams have used their timeouts.
The Blue Devils lead the Panthers 14-10 with a third and long coming up now after the 2 incompletions and a sack of Max Breschetti. It puts them well behind the sticks for this upcoming third down play. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I want to thank our sponsors on our Renda Digital TV feed, Joyce Plumbing and Heating, and the Blairsville Eagles Lodge. We thank them for being part of this broadcast and bringing you the pictures. Thank you for joining us tonight for this District 6 2A football playoff game.
I wonder if this is the trick-or-treat portion of the offense where they try something in the bag of tricks.
We'll see what Coach Dalton designs. He's going to send a dare in motion. He's going to fake the handoff to a dare. Breschetti is going to be chased out of the pocket. He fires it downfield. It's going to be incomplete. Breschetti under a lot of pressure once again, Bill.
Running for his life in this first half. He only has 2 completions and 7 attempts, and he's been sacked 3 times. So the pressure is being dialed up by Bellwood Antis, and now you're going to be punting into the wind. No timeouts left for Bellwood Antis, but you got to wonder, they're going to be coming after this punt.
You can see on that Renda Digital replay we just had that Breschetti was under pressure almost immediately as he dropped back and rolled to his right. No, we had a flag down. I did not see that. It's a hold against the offense, and they're going to decline the penalty, which will make it a 4th down and will be a punt for the Panthers.
Well, Coach Leverage obviously thinking, let's see what we can do on special teams. 4th down and long. The punt team going to come in. Do they dial up pressure, come after this punt? The special teams tonight hasn't been going the way of Bellwood Antis. A big fumble that led to a River Valley touchdown.
Colin Gibbons and Jackson Dormini are both going to go back to return this. This will be Max Brechetti's 2nd punt of the night.
Oh, what's this? A little shifting going on.
We do have someone coming out wide of the formation. I don't think Coach is going to call for a fake punt here, but Brechetti's going to roll to his right and then kick it.
Nice job.
And it's going to be called for as a fair catch. And it's going to be taken there right about the 17-yard line.
So about a 33, 34-yard punt, but that was a nice kick by Breschetti.
He is kicking into the wind there.
Kicking into the wind and still getting that kick off the way he did. So you didn't give up the field position. They're back at their own 17-yard line with no timeouts left. 1:07. They're up 14-10. Now they will be on defense to start the second half. So let's see what Coach Leverage wants to do with his offense.
If you can break a big run here with either Plummer or
McCartney. It's been working. Yeah, it's been working in this first half. You're right.
And they're both in the backfield behind quarterback Ethan Partner. He's going to have the wide guy move in towards the formation a little bit. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to pass. He's going to fire it over there. He's got a hook and ladder play. They're going to toss it. Running with the ball is number 34, Alex McCartney. And he's ahead of the defense, and he's finally going to be dropped down well into Panthers territory at the 30-yard line. So a trick play for sure. This time a hook and lateral by Bellwood Antis. They hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
53 yards collectively on that, Jeff. Speaking of the bag of tricks, huh?
And the official, I think, is blowing the play dead because he wants to make sure the chains are set. We actually have a sideline warning against River Valley.
Well, that stops the clock then, doesn't it?
So that was Partner to Wait, who then lateraled it to McCartney. And they're all the way down. at the 30-yard line.
McCartney got 42 yards of that, Jeff.
So a trick on Halloween by the Blue Devils. He's going to turn and fake a handoff. He's going to look to pass. He's going to fire it downfield. He's got a man wide open. It's behind him. He's going to cut back across the middle and into the end zone for a touchdown. Number 30, Colin Gibbons. What an improbable turn of events here before halftime. You can see as the quarterback drops back on the Renda digital replay, he's going to hit his man who is basically wide open over on the left-hand side. He cuts it back into the end zone for Colin Gibbons.
Ghosts and goblins of the past coming back to haunt River Valley here. Great coaching by Leverage, calling the timeouts, playing the clock game, gets backed up to his own 17-yard line, calls a trick play, the hook and ladder, or you want to call it the hook and lateral.
Hook and ladder.
It's both call it both ways, but big time action here late in this first half for Bellwood Antis. Wow.
There's still 45 seconds to go until halftime.
An 83-yard drive, and if you blinked, you missed it.
So Smearman's on to attempt the extra point. Kick is a little low, but it's good. And so Bellwood extends their lead to 21-10. You're listening to an Irons High School Sports Line on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Agency apart from another. Building relationships. Hutton Blues Insurance prides themselves on building strong, personal relationships with their clients. Hutton Blues is an independent agency offering you choices to get you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, life, or retirement, you want an advocate working in your best interests, and that's the Hutton Blues Insurance Indiana County and Trent Insurance Cambria County.
6.3
Cat Country.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank People Forward Banking. The Bellwood Antis Blue Devils lead the River Valley Panthers 21-10 after they take the ball and go. Well, they covered the whole field in only 2 plays, a hook and ladder, and then a 30-yard touchdown pass from partner to Gibbons gives them the lead. And there was a Panther or 2 down on that.
Brody Steller was one of them.
Brody Steller was coming off the sideline here.
He makes it off on his own. I don't know who the other one is. Can't see the number. Big plays here at the end of the first half. Oh, that's sure. Brody Kaufman.
Is it really?
Yeah, Brady Kaufman. I'm sorry. Brady Kaufman.
Brady Kaufman being helped up to his feet. And he looks like he's not putting much weight at all on his right ankle or leg as they're helping him off the field. So, you know, one thing, Bill, River Valley has been very healthy all year long. We've only seen a couple injuries. We saw Troy Miller on the very first game of the year. Obviously, Brody Forsha late. But it seems like this game, they've sort of, all of a sudden, kind of caught up. And Brody Forsha's out now. You know, if you lose Brady Kaufman, that's another linebacker who's not there. Brody Hutter's not here tonight, obviously, because of his ineligibility.
But so Brady Kaufman's had a great first half defensively, making some really nice plays.
He's the leading tackler for this team all year long.
Oh, man. So tough break here. The only good thing coming up for River Valley is halftime. But like you said, they still have 45 seconds to go. And as you heard Coach in the coach's show or the coach's interview in the pregame, hey, man, going all in. And obviously, same with Bellwood Antis. They're going all in. So there must have been a penalty, Jeff, because they're kicking off from the 45-yard line of River Valley.
Okay, I did not see that. I was watching.
Wow. So there was a 15-yard penalty.
I was watching the injured players there.
The script has flipped here in the second quarter, especially late.
So they're going to just sort of pooch it to the back.
No.
And does it get away from them?
Yeah, it's Bellwood Antis' ball.
So, my goodness, Bellwood Antis, I don't know if they really tried an onside kick, but they're just going to sort of kick it at the up man, and Bellwood Antis is going to recover this ball.
And they're going to be at the 32-yard line of River Valley. Things have fallen apart. When the last 2 minutes of this first
They
half.
took over with 1:07 to go there.
Wow.
On that last drive.
Wow. The bottom is really falling out here.
So they
that
spot the ball right
15-yard
to 32,
penalty convinced Bellwood Antis to say, hey, why not? Things are really going our way.
See if they can get another score here for half. What a turn of events in this first half.
And they're going for something here, no doubt.
So they have no timeouts.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's going to be against the Panthers.
No, it's against the Blue Devils.
Okay, I thought the guy reacted to the guy going in motion, so I'm sorry, that was actually against.
Six penalties in this first half, but right now, this Bellwood Antis team, they just put their foot down big time in this quarter.
So the ball goes back 5 yards. 44 seconds to go until halftime. The Blue Devils lead 21-10.
They're still in business, that's for sure.
Partner's going to drop back and look to pass. He's going to fire it deep downfield. He's going to overthrow it. It's going to be intercepted. The Panthers pick it off. Over there, I believe it was Jake Woodring. It's hard to tell. It's on the far side of the field. You can look on the Renda digital replay here. I'm sorry, that was Dakota Haupt who picked that off. So, crisis averted.
Yeah, no doubt. Crisis averted. Good way to call that one, Jeff. And believe it or not, that's their second turnover. And when you lose the turnover battle, you're usually not in the positive side of the game. But 2 turnovers by Bellwood Antis, but they have an 11-point lead in what has been a crazy final 2 minutes of this first half. Wow.
Sure has. So, does River Valley attempt to get anything going here?
There's no quitting, Coach Dalton.
They send 2 guys out to the right, 1 to the left. Fraschetti is going to look to pass. He's going to be swallowed up and dropped for a sack.
Absolutely no time.
Number 58, Christian Jennings on the sack.
4th sack of this first half for Bellwood Antis defense, and that clock continues to run, and Coach Dalton might be just happy to take it in at halftime. He has no time to pass that ball. No time to pass the ball either.
The ball's right at the 25-yard line. And that will take us to halftime. Your score, Bellwood Antis leads River Valley 21-10. Your halftime show is up next. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night with Cribs and Cody on Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Man hasn't returned your call? Chuck and a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
What is an eagle? Our national icon, of course. The Blairsville Eagles 1488 are people helping people. Since 1906, they made life more desirable with their contributions. The Eagles Airy 1488 helps local charities with their generosity. Their events, raffles, specials, and music are how the Blairsville Eagles give back to Blairsville. On Facebook and William Penn Highway, join the Blairsville Eagles as they cheer on the River Valley Panthers to victory.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
From furniture to flooring, mattresses to accessories, you'll save big at Dowd's. Dowd's showrooms are filled with furnishings from America's finest manufacturers. You can save thousands on Dowd's floor samples and receive incredible savings on custom orders. Whether you're looking to furnish one room or your entire home, right now it's all on sale at Dowd's. Drive a little, save a lot. Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
106.3
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank People Forward Banking. Your halftime score, River Valley Panthers trail the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils 21-10. Let's take a look at your drive summaries from the first half. Bellwood Antis got the ball to start. Had a promising drive. Took them 6 plays, but they eventually had to punt the ball away to River Valley. So who on their first possession got the ball on their own 27-yard line. They rattled off a 7-play drive. Actually had to punt the ball away, but the punt was fumbled down at the 11-yard line. So the Panthers got the ball right back, and only took them 3 more plays for Jake Woodring to run it in from 12 yards out. that 10-play, 73-yard drive. The kick was good by Cole Heckathorn, and they led 7-0. Bellwood Antis got the ball back, and they would answer right back. This time behind the running of Chase Plummer and Alex McCartney. It only took them 5 plays to go 77 yards because Alex McCartney ran it in from 44 yards out. The kick was good. The score was all tied up at 7-7. River Valley came back on their next possession. It took them 6 plays to get in close enough for Cole Heckathorn to attempt a 33-yard field goal. He was good, his 8th field goal of the season, and the River Valley led 10-7. On the next 2 possessions, Bellwood Antis would punt. River Valley would have a turnover on downs after a Jake Woodring sack. So Bellwood Antis got the ball back on their own 47-yard line with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. They would put together a 11-play drive that covered 53 yards, capped off by a Chase Plummer 12-yard touchdown run. The extra point kick was good. Bellwood Antis took their first lead of the night, 14-10. On River Valley's next possession, they had to punt the ball away. And Bellwood Antis got the ball back with only 1:07 to go until halftime. They had the ball down at their own 17-yard line. Their very first play was a hook and ladder attempt. Braden Partner tossed the ball to Jeffrey Way, who laddered it back to Alex McCartney. He took it the whole way down the field to the 30-yard line of the Panthers. On the very next play, Partner would hit Colin Gibbons on a 30-yard touchdown pass. It only took them 2 plays to cover the 83 yards and only took 30 seconds off the clock. The extra point kick was good, and Bellwood Antis had a 21-10 lead. There was a penalty on the extra point attempt, and so Bellwood Antis had the ball. They were kicking from only the 50-yard line. They had tried an onside kick, kicked it towards one of the up men. It bounced off him. They recovered it, so they got the ball in great field position at the 32-yard line of River Valley. But their first play was a pass attempt from Braden Partner, but it was picked off by Dakota Haupt for the Panthers, which ended that threat. So River Valley got the ball back with only a few seconds to go, and they lined up for one play. Max Perchetti was sacked, and it ran to halftime. So a very exciting end of the first quarter. If you left early to go get some popcorn or a drink, you missed a whole lot before halftime. And our halftime score is 21-10. Bellwood Antis leads River Valley. Mr. Cody, you have some stats for us from the first half.
I do, and we'll start with Bellwood Antis. McCartney has 10 runs for 80 yards and a touchdown. He had the big one for 44 yards. Plummer is 7 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. Partner called his number twice for 10 yards. Passing, he's 4 for 6 with a touchdown pass of 30 yards. He also threw an interception. They had 7 first downs in that first half, 2 for 6 on third down, but they were 2 for 2 on fourth down, and they committed 6 penalties for 55 yards. Believe it or not, that was costly for Bellwood Antis, but they've been able to overcome their own mistakes, holding River Valley down, especially late in that second quarter. For River Valley rushing, Wayno 5 for 15. Derek touched the ball once for 1 yard. Woodring just 4 for 9. He does have a touchdown. Perchetti, pretty good running, 4 times for 30 yards. Receiving, by the way, Brzezinski was 2 catches for 20 yards because Perchetti only completed 2 passes out of 7 attempts, and because those go against your pass yards, minus 1 yard is what it actually comes out to. 2 for 5 on third down. They have 4 first downs. They're 0 for 1 on fourth down. They've only had 2 penalties, but they were the tough ones, 2 15-yarders that turned out to be a little bit costly for them. So both teams kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Bellwood Antis more so, but they've been able to overcome it, and they actually have a 21-10 lead here at the break.
Yeah, we talked about last year's game. It was 22-0 at halftime. So, it seemed like it was going to be a very close game back and forth. Then all of a sudden, Bellwood Antis just kind of struck out of nowhere, Bill, with, a Halloween-themed trick play. It really helped them out.
Yeah, the hook and lateral, you go back to, what was it, Boise State and Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. Or for those who are old like me, remember when it was the Miami Dolphins and the San Diego Chargers in one of the greatest games ever played in Miami. I don't know if you remember seeing highlights of that game, Jeff, from years ago, but that play has become a trick staple in many playbooks, whether it's at the NFL level, the college level, or the high school level, as we saw here tonight. Executed, by the way, perfectly. He was directing his receiver, kind of even paying attention to him. Step back, real quick pass. He goes down the field, boom. And off they go to the races.
He did. I even mentioned that he repositioned his receiver. He was out wide. He had him come back in towards the slot a little bit. He wanted to make sure it was a shorter pass, a quick pass, that he could then quickly lateral back. So
it's out. Who's out tricking who? Because Coach Dalton has also pulled out his bag of tricks, as we've seen during a 9-1 campaign during the regular season. But Leverage kind of playing the game of Coach Dalton a little bit and throwing out that trick tonight. It was a very well executed play.
So what else would you expect on a Halloween night? Some tricks and some treats in this first half. So listening to our halftime show, we'll be back with more after this timeout on an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Friday night football may be heating up, but before long, the snow will be piling up. Get ready for winter plowing with Murray Auto Electric and Radio Communications in Greensburg and Ford City. They've got Meyer, SnowX, and Byers plows, plus expert installs, repairs, and even retrofits for older plows on newer trucks. Don't get snowed under this season. Get your free estimate at Murray Auto Electric, helping you battle the snow, one storm at a time.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altura. Ooh, this October we're brewing up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models. Ooh.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Martin General Stores are a proud sponsor of high school athletics and congratulates both teams on their success. There are many good reasons why you should shop at your local Martin General Store. Monthly specials on a variety of hot and cold sandwiches, wraps, pizza, and deli items, and if you don't have a Martin Gold Star Rewards card, just stop at your local store and apply to save on food specials and gas for your vehicle. These are just a few good reasons why you should be shopping at your local Martin General Store.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better. IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Today's Best Country.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Your score at halftime. The River Valley Panthers trailed the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils 21-10. A couple other halftime scores we can give you. Richland is currently leading United Valley in their game. That score is 21-6. And another game in Heritage Conference implications. Marion Center is leading Cambria Heights 14-7 in that game. So some close games there going on. We'll try and get you the rest of the scores as we progress along through the night. If you look at the bracket for this week, the winner of this game, whether it be River Valley Bellwood Antis, will advance to play the winner of Richland or United Valley, which is right now looks like that will be Richland. The other part of the bracket has Bishop McCourt hosting Bald Eagle area tonight. And, of course, the Cambria Heights-Marion Center game is the 4-5 game. So the winner of Cambria Heights-Marion Center will most likely face Bishop McCourt. Bald Eagle sort of got in after Mountain Union dropped out, canceled the rest of their season. But I'm sure they'll give the Crushers their best effort. If you look at single-A playoffs, we're trying to find the score of the Homer Center game for you. They are hosting Moshannon Valley tonight. The winner of that game will play the winner of the Bishop Guilfoyle and Purchase Line game, which we assume will be Bishop Guilfoyle. They've been a pretty tough team all year long. The bottom half of that bracket looks like this. Northern Cambria is at Juniata Valley tonight. And the winner of that game will play the winner of the Claysburg, Kimmel, and Glendale area game. So that's how your single A bracket looks. But here tonight, we have a 21-10 halftime lead for Bellwood Antis. We, of course, want to thank our presenting sponsors bringing you the digital broadcast tonight, Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, and the Blairsville Fraternal Order of Eagles. So, Bill, if you look at the first half, we obviously talked about how the last minute of the first half was really what sort of swung the whole momentum of this game, which was one of a very close game, opened up to a pretty comfortable lead for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it's 10-7. River Valley's up, feeling pretty good. And here comes Bellwood Antis. They get down the field. They get into the end zone. It's 14-10. And then kind of a weird thing of circumstances here was that after the 15-yard penalty that they kind of did an onside kick. They recovered the football.
Kicked it right at the up back. Yep.
Yeah, and some trickeration going on and all kinds of Halloween-like things going on here at Panther Stadium on a chilly night, on a windy night, and what turned out to be a 10-7 lead, and you're feeling pretty good after that first quarter. Second quarter, especially like you said, Jeff, the last couple of minutes of that second quarter was just, it was weird. It was really.
What else would you expect on a Halloween night?
I know. I mean, we keep
goofy
saying that,
yeah.
but it was strange. And pulling out of the bag of tricks was Coach Leverage. Am I saying that right? Coach
Yeah, it's Leverage. Yeah,
Coach Leverage from Bellwood Antis, and the Blue Devils all of a sudden go from a 10-7 deficit to a 21-10 improbable halftime lead.
Another halftime score for you. Homer Center is leading Moshannon Valley 21-6 in that game. So it looks like they are on their way to hopefully advancing. We'll see how many Heritage Conference teams we have left in the playoffs after this week. The Panthers are hoping they're one of them.
But they have some work to do.
They do.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in that locker room.
How many times have you said that this season? You want to hear what Coach Dalton says at halftime?
I love listening to Coach Dalton. He's an old school kind of coach. He's a kind of coach that is not like Mike Tomlin. He'll make adjustments at halftime instead of sticking with his game plan. Coach Dalton he uses timeouts in the first quarter. He changes game plans on the fly, makes adjustments on the fly. That's why he is the legendary coach that he is. But he has a hole to dig out of. I mean, let me throw it back to you. What's your message to your team with what happened there late in the second quarter specifically? You're going into halftime. You're down. One of your leading players on defense, well, now two of them. Brady Kaufman went out. Forsha didn't return. Hutter wasn't able to play. I mean, what do you tell your kids?
So you're now down three guys on your defense, three very key contributors, and I really think you have to sort of emphasize with your kids that hey, we get the ball back to start the second half. We're going to come out, we're going to get the ball, we're going to possess the ball, we're going to go down the field like we know how we can do, like we're the River Valley Panthers. We've done this all season long. We're just going to march down the field behind some running. The big thing that has surprised me is that Max Brachetti has not had a lot of time to pass tonight.
No,
he's been under pressure a lot.
Yeah, he's been sacked. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and even in times when he is able to get the pass off, he's under major duress. You go back to rolling out that pocket. Give credit to Bellwood Antis' players on defense because they're actually holding. I don't think they were holding their gaps to start the game, but they seen the way the play calling was going to go. They're staying in their gaps. They're staying home. They're staying on assignment, and I think that's why Brachetti's under a lot of pressure. But I think that as you're talking, hey, yeah, we get the ball back to start the second half, you want a sustained drive, number one. You want to keep the Bellwood defense on the field. Stay away from that offense because we've seen how potent these two running backs are, McCartney and Plummer. They've been fantastic the way they're running. Keep the ball out of their hands. So you want to sustain a drive. That first 5, 6, 7 minute window, because we've seen them go on long drives this year. Didn't they have like an 8-minute drive earlier in the season?
Yes, they did.
That's what they need to do. Put their foot down, wear down the Bellwood Antis defense, get in the end zone, make it a one-score game again. 21-17, or if they go for 21-18, whatever it may be, they missed the extra 21-16, whatever you want to say. Then you got to get your defense out there. You got to get them fired up. Now the momentum starts to shift. But that first 5, 6 minutes of this second half might be the telltale of this game.
We did say coming in this game, Bill, that you can't look at Bellwood Antis' 6-4 record and think this is going to be an easy game for the Panthers.
Oh, they played giants. They played monumental football teams, football programs I think they played a 4A team. They played AAA teams.
Yep.
They only played one single A team all season long. So when we talk about being battle-tested, this is what it's all about. They are battle-tested.
Yes, they are, and the running back duo of Alex McCartney and Chase Plummer has been as advertised. Alex McCartney came in this game with over 1,100 yards rushing, and Chase Plummer's not far behind him with 660, and 18 touchdowns for McCartney. He's got another one tonight.
Over 130 yards in the first half alone, just those two.
Yeah, Chase Plummer came in the game with 7 touchdowns. He has another one also. So River Valley Band is entertaining us on the field as they have all season long. They've done a fantastic job, and of course, we want to always thank our presenting sponsors on the Renda Digital TV, Joyce Plumbing and Heating, and the Blairsville Fraternal Order of Eagles. I apologize. We're going to take another quick time out. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Penn Machine Company, a manufacturer of a variety of public rail transportation components, gears, and gearboxes, is pleased to be a sponsor of tonight's high school athletic contest. Penn Machine Company services the public transit, railroad, industrial, and mining industries. They have operations in Johnstown and Blairsville and is a part of the Marmon Group, a global organization of diverse businesses owned by the Berkshire Hathaway Corporation. Penn Machine Company wishes the best of luck to both teams.
Drive through summer and save big at Luther Ford. Right now at Luther Ford, lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT or Ford Ranger XLT, your choice, just $420 a month. That's right, your choice, just $420 a month with no money down. These Luther Ford leases are incredible, and with no money down, the savings are huge. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
106.3
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. I said before we were going to break, we do want to thank our digital sponsors tonight, presenting our digital feed, Joyce Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning. They've been voted the best plumber and best air conditioning and HVAC services in the Best of Indiana County magazine. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is the best place in town to take a leak. And, of course, the Blairsville area 1488 is people helping people. Please join them. Find out more. Stop by the FOE located just a field goal away from Panther Stadium on Old Route 22 in Blairsville. And as we get ready to bring you the third quarter, the third quarter sponsor is S&T Bank. They've been sponsoring our broadcast booth, our very cozy broadcast booth tonight, Bill. It's nice to be tucked inside here as it's a very chilly, windy night here in Blairsville at Panther Stadium. The teams are back out on the field going through their second half warm-ups. And, Bill, your second half adjustments you would have for either team.
Well, for River Valley, it's hard to say, but you got to stay healthy. But the big thing here is you got to control the ball, control your offense, and that's going to allow you to control the game. They started out that way in the first quarter when things went awry, and adjustments made by Bellwood Antis on the fly turned things around specifically late in that second quarter. But you need to sustain this drive. You need to come out firing on all cylinders, get into the end zone, let your defense go out there, make a stop. Bellwood's been making penalties tonight. Maybe some things go your way, some bounces go your way. That's the key to the game, I think, for River Valley in the second half, or the adjustment. And for Bellwood Antis, it's like, hey, forget that first quarter. Let's do what we've been doing in the prior 8 minutes in that second quarter of the football game. Hey, have our defense come out strong, stop River Valley, and send a message. So this big first drive of the second half could be what tells the tale of the entire game, as I throw in a little Edgar Allan Poe. But it's going to be a key play. It's going to be key, this first drive in the second half.
It is a Halloween night, and I must say, Bill, I was disappointed when you showed up wearing the exact same costume as me tonight. We should have coordinated that better. I couldn't believe you.
I would have known you were going to go as a ballerina. I mean, I thought I'd surprise you, but there you are with the same one. But I don't wear a tutu, Jeff. I wear a 4-4. I'm a little bit too big.
That's okay. They have sizes for everybody, apparently. So,
oh, wow.
To start the second half,
wow.
Bellwood Antis will be kicking off.
Bill Cody signing off. See ya.
From right to left. So they are kicking from the west end zone towards the east end zone, towards the Shoemaker Fieldhouse. They will have the wind at their back for this third quarter, which means in the fourth quarter, the Panthers will have that advantage. So we are going to have, let's see who they send back deep. It's going to be Woodring, and I believe that's Patrick Hilaire back there, deep to receive. Miles Smearing gets set to kick it away. It's going to be driven deep.
Wow.
It is going to go in the end zone. It's going to be taken
by the official.
Kick it over to Dakota Haupt's head, and the ball's going to come out to the 25-yard line.
So Perchetti gets his last-minute instructions. He talks to Coach Dalton, trying to get a sustained drive together, and I'm trying to look on the sidelines, looking
see
for
if those
Brady.
Injured players are, yeah.
Brady is over there walking around, so that's a good sign. Forsha has yet to come back from after the first play of the first quarter. It's tough.
And they're going to start with Patrick Hilaire at fullback for this first possession of the second half instead of Michael Wayno. And Hilaire goes in motion. This time he's going to fake a toss. Pachet's going to look to pass. He's going to fire it. It's going to be tipped and almost intercepted. Wow.
Ooh.
Intended for Patrick Hilaire over there. Number 30, Colin Gibbons, almost had himself an interception.
And if that interception happens, Jeff, I'm going to tell you right there, that would have been a game. That would have been a game ender, in my opinion, because you would have been inside the 20-yard line.
He could have actually returned that. He didn't have hardly anybody in front of him going that sideline.
Yeah, he missed the pick six. So the ball breaks River Valley's way, I guess, so to speak, on that. But second down and 10.
It'll be Hilaire behind Perchetti in the backfield. He's going to toss it to Woodring. He's going to be the lead blocker.
There you go.
He's going to find room around the right-hand side. He's going to cut back in and be pulled down by his shirt tail, driven out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So nice running there by Jake Woodring.
Yeah, they're going to mark at the 39, so a 19-yard pickup, and it moves the chains, and it's a first down, and it's just what the doctor ordered. Woodring's biggest run of the night right there, 19 yards. To get him going would be huge.
They spot it right at the 40-yard line. This is their first possession of the second half, trailing 21-10. The Panthers are. This time, Hunter Adair goes in motion. And Perchetti's going to look to pass. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw it behind his intended target. That was Brody Steller intended for.
2 for 9 for Perchetti.
So after coming off his best passing performance of his career last week, Bill, he has struggled. He's been under pressure a lot tonight by the Blue Devils defense.
And when he came up to the line, that first down play, he kind of tipped the play there a little bit. He looked directly to his right, and that's where the ball was going. But like you said, it was behind him, so irrelevant. 10 seconds on the play clock. Perchetti gets that play in late.
I do see Brody Forsha standing on the sideline now, so at least he's standing up. We'll see if he gets back in the game on defense later. Perchetti's going to turn, hand the ball off to Woodring, who hands it to Adair, and he finds some good running room up to the 50-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down.
Tough running by Adair. He was refusing to go down, so his second carry of the night gets him 11 yards, and it also moves the stick. So this is what River Valley needs to do. They're not getting the big chunks. Get your first downs. Use all 3 downs if you have to. Hold that clock. Keep that offensive Bellwood Antis off the field and sustain this drive and come out on the other side with 6. The ball is across the 50. It's at the 49 of the Blue Devils.
First down now for the Panthers. He's going to send Woodring in motion and hand the ball to him. He's going to break a tackle, come across the right-hand side, and get out of bounds.
That's great.
About a 5-yard game.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so he goes out of bounds. Yep, just shy of 5 yards. We'll give him 5. That's exactly what you need. It's going to move the ball. It's all forward progress. You don't want to get behind the sticks. You'll get into a third and manageable, or even if worst case scenario comes down to a 4th down manageable play. But this is what you need to do to start this second half. Get a strong drive together, and right now they're moving the ball.
2nd and 5 now for the Panthers. He's going to send Brzezinski out wide to the left. He's going to drop back and look to pass. He's going to have a little time this time. He's going to fire downfield.
Oh,
it's going to be tipped,
did he catch
and
that?
I think it's pulled in. Caught there by Jake Woodring on the deflection. You can look at this Renda digital replay. Great concentration there by Jake Woodring.
I think it touched 3 different players.
Let's put it down to the 30-yard line, so a big gain.
16-yard pickup and a first down, moving the sticks.
This is just what Coach Dalton wanted to see. He just wants to get this possession to end in a score for his Panthers.
And Perchetti had time on that play, Jeff.
He did after being under duress most of the first half. He's going to toss it to Woodring this time. Woodring's going to find a hole up the middle. He's going to hang on the ball while he's tackling. He's going to be down to the 20-yard line.
That's what you got to do. You got to get him going. There's 9 yards right there. So you go back and you look at what Woodring did in the first half. 4 carries for 9 yards. He did have a touchdown. 3 carries so far in the second half. He's already got 33 yards on this drive, Jeff. Huge. Getting Jake Woodring moving.
With being without Brody Hutter, that sort of falls more on Jake Woodring's shoulders.
The sophomore.
So Brzezinski goes out wide to the left. He's going to send Hunter Adair in motion. Perchetti is going to drop back and look to pass. He's going to fire across the middle. It's going to be caught there. Down inside the 10-yard line. Inside the 10-yard line, I should say. Jake Woodring with a nice catch.
Needed a yard, and they got, 14? They got 10 yards.
Yeah, they're going to spot it inside the 10 at the 8.
So Woodring also has 2 catches now on the night and 2 on this drive. So this has been a Jake Woodring coming out party in this second half.
9th play of the drive coming up. The Panthers getting inside the red zone. It's going to be a toss to Adair. He's going to pick his way through the middle and not find much running room.
Just about 1 yard. 1 yard carry, but it'll bring up 2nd down and goal. It's all right. Just have that sustained drive.
Keep actually going to give them a little more than I thought. They're going to put it out at the 6-yard line.
So 2nd down now and goal. Just underway, the first drive of this second half. And this one started a little scary on this Halloween as the ball was almost intercepted. It would have been a pick 6, but River Valley took advantage of that, and they're going to keep on driving.
Perchetti's going to take the ball and hand it off to Hilaire up the middle. He's in for the touchdown. Patrick Hilaire.
That's the answer, Jeff. That is the answer that you needed. His first touch of the night is a touchdown run of 6 yards. So Patrick Hilaire gets into the end zone. River Valley with a little bit of an answer now as they try to switch the momentum around.
You can see our Renda digital replay had a nice hole there. Patrick Hilaire working his fullback here with the absence of Brody Hutter tonight.
The sophomores on this drive, Hilaire and Woodring, big on this drive. And it looks like, instead of going for the automatic, it looks like they're going to go for 2 and make this a field goal game.
They are going to line up to go for 2. Hilaire will be behind him in the backfield. Nobody out wide. Everybody's in tight to the formation.
You know what that means.
Jake Woodring's going to, Perchetti's going to drop back, look to pass, and it's going to be incomplete in the end. And intended out there for number 8, Brody Steller. So the 2-point conversion no good. The Panthers cutting that lead. It's now 21-16. You're listening to an IRM's High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank people forward banking. River Valley does what they need to do. They take their first possession, score a touchdown, and cut into that Blue Devils lead. It's now 21-16 Blue Devils.
Okay, so you got the game plan. You got the new checklist for the second half. One of the things was on that checklist was get a sustained drive, move the sticks, own the clock a little bit. Okay, they ran about 3.5 minutes off the clock or so, but you got what you needed. You got the 6. Now you need your defense to check the second box of those goals and stop this very potent Bellwood Antis running game.
Cole Heckathorn set to kick it away. Kicking from left to right in this second half. It's kicking into the wind. The ball is going to check up a little bit and be taken right out of bounds. A mistake by the return man.
What are they on the flag for? He caught that ball first.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to say it was kicked off out of bounds. Wow.
Oh, my. Angry fans on this side of the field, folks.
It sure looked like he caught it in bounds.
He caught it and then went out of bounds. You don't have a replay over there, do you?
I don't know if I have a replay of that one or not.
Wow.
No, we don't have a replay, unfortunately, but there's going to be... Is that a second flag? Or does he replace the flag? What's going on now? Is there another flag?
Oh, man. That's...
So we'll get the explanation here. It looks like they're calling that it was a kickoff out of bounds.
No, it was a kickoff that he caught in bounds.
I know.
And ran out, but they're going to say that the ball was out of bounds first.
Let's see what the official has to say.
And even though the windows are closed, you can hear the crowd reaction. Listen.
So also a sideline warning against River Valley, which is their second, which is a 5-yard penalty. So they say that the receiver caught the ball out of bounds, which is a kickoff out of bounds, and then a second sideline warning for the Panthers, which will result in 5 more yards. So a big swing of possession and field positioning for sure. Here as Bellwood Antis takes over at the 40-yard line.
I'm not trying to be a homer. That's an awful call. That's the 5-yard penalty. If you raise the ire of the coaching staff, that's
Coach
a horrible
Dalton
call.
Was hot.
That's a horrible call. A horrible call.
And we cannot show it to you on Renda. Did replay. I apologize, but we both thought the receiver caught the ball and then stepped out of bounds. So I'm not sure why he would even have caught it in that situation. Why didn't you let it go?
We're not even having this discussion. But he caught it and he went out of bounds. And it was clear as day.
So Bellwood Antis takes over at the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line, leading in this game for their first possession of the second half.
Oh,
Partner is going to pick up a loose ball, running for his life across the right-hand side. There's a flag down.
He went out of bounds at the 40.
But I think there is a hold on this play, if I saw it correctly.
Now you can let that play define you, that horrible call, or you can go out there and say, all right, defense, we need to step up.
And officials are, I think it's going to be against the Blue Devils. It is a hold against the Blue Devils, so.
Make-up call.
I thought the same thing, Bill, as soon as I saw it, but we'll give the officiating crew the benefit of the doubt. They don't have replay. We didn't have replay of that.
Jeff, the official, was standing.
I know. It was the closest to us. He was right on our sideline. We did have a pretty good look at it, and the official, I thought, was right there, too. So a hold's going to move that back 10 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 20. So now River Valley has to take advantage of this. They have to take advantage of these penalties. Bellwood Antis, 7 penalties tonight. Now 65 yards against them. This is where River Valley, you're down 21-16. You did what you needed to do to start this third quarter. Your defense needs to come up here. Take advantage.
First down for the Blue Devils. Painter's going to look to pass. He's going to fire out there. Hit his intended target. He's going to be across the 40-yard line. That's number 30, Colin Gibbons, with another catch.
And he gets 10 of those yards back on the penalty, maybe even 11. So to bring up a 2nd down and 9.
They put the ball down at the 42-yard line.
A little bit more than that, 12 yards.
I'm looking out there, and I do not see Brady Kaufman on the field for defense, Bill.
Tough break.
Big loss there. Actually, out there now for linebacker for them is Brody Hauser. So he's filling in for either Brody Hutter or Kaufman. The snap is going to be a handoff coming across the left-hand side. But
nice tackle.
And another flag down. Good tackle there by Max Perchetti. So 26, Chase Plummer was on the carry.
Now it either brings up a 3rd down and 8 or you march him back
2nd and long. If I'm Coach Dalton, I'm going to push him back the 10 yards, but I don't get to make that decision, so we'll wait and see what Coach wants to do.
Yeah, I think you push him back too, Jeff. They've been getting too many chunk plays in this football game.
It is another hold, and Coach Dalton will say, move him back 10 yards. So 2 holding penalties on this possession.
10, 20, and 20 is 40. And 30, 75. 8 penalties for 75 yards against Bellwood Antis.
Something that Coach Loveridge cannot be happy with.
So they have to get to the 50, so it's 2nd down and 18.
So Partner is going to work under center. He's got his back in the eye behind him. It's going to be a fake toss. He's going to look to pass. He's going to fire it downfield and overthrow his intended target. That was Jeffrey Waite down there he was looking for, and he overthrew him.
For the first time tonight, they made Partner a little bit uncomfortable back in that pocket. He turned around. He had somebody from River Valley coming up on his 6, threw the ball and threw it a little bit too high. Had to get rid of it. Big play here on 3rd down. Huge play for this River Valley defense coming up. It's 3rd down and 18. And they are 2 for 6 on 3rd downs tonight, are the Blue Devils. Huge play.
You have them backed way up, and after how they got this possession, this field possession, you would think if you can't stop them here, that's going to be a big letdown for the Panthers defense.
Big play.
3rd and long now for the Blue Devils. Partner's going to look to pass. He's got a little bit of time. He's going to fire it down the right-hand side. And it's going to be short and incomplete. Intended for number 81 over there, Jeffrey Waite again. And that'll bring up a 4th down in a punting situation.
Check that box now, Jeff.
The Blue Devils.
I said they needed a sustained drive on offense to start, and they needed a stop on defense. The backs were against the wall for River Valley because of the penalty and the strange circumstances on the kickoff return. But River Valley's defense comes through, and they are going to be getting the ball back. Huge.
Reed Schreier is back to punt. Jake Woodring's going to receive for the Panthers. This kick is high end over end, heading towards the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to end up being a fairly short kick. They're going to spot it. Well, it keeps coming. The official keeps coming. It's going to be at the 44-yard line.
Just a 25-yard punt officially. I thought it was shorter than that. And you got one of the coaches on the sidelines here really barking at the official, and I thought he was going to reach for his flag.
He's going to get himself another sideline warning, and I think they keep adding yards after you get another one.
It would be 10 after that, yeah. So, good field position for River Valley. Now a little momentum on the side of the Panthers at their own 43-yard line, trailing by 5, 21-16. And not too much time came off the clock there on that drive for Bellwood Antis.
So after all that discussion and consternation, the Panthers just get the ball back with pretty good field position. Perchetti's going to look to pass. He's going to hit his man in stride. Across the 50-yard line, inside the 45. That's Brendan Brzezinski on the completion.
14 yards, Jeff. Real quick drop, like a little bit of a slant play. Like the Bengals when they beat up the Steelers, that's all they had to do.
2 disses against the Steelers tonight by Mr. Cody.
Yeah, stay tuned.
There may be more coming after Sunday's game.
3rd catch of the night, 34 yards for Brzezinski and a 1st down. River Valley really looking different. Good halftime adjustments.
1st and 10. Perchetti's going to turn and hand the ball off to Patrick Hilaire. Up the middle, he's going to gain about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Those are 2 tough yards there for Hilaire, who has a touchdown here in the second half. That's his 2nd carry of the game. He had a 6-yard touchdown run to start this 3rd quarter. 6-minute mark, 21-16. River Valley with their second possession of the second half.
They trail 21-16.
Like I said, continue to own that clock. Continue to sustain the drive and continue to keep that dangerous offense of the Blue Devils off the field.
Prochet is going to turn, fake a handoff. He's going to look to toss it, then tuck it away and keep himself. He's going to be met right at the 40-yard line and drop there.
Good pursuit by Bellwood Antis. Nice fake by Perchetti, but it didn't amount to much as the Blue Devils did not bite.
Not much running room there for Perchetti at all.
So it brings up a pretty big third down play. They're 2 for 5 on third down so far tonight. Ball just across the 40. 4-down territory, I would say, no doubt.
3rd and 7 coming up. 5:10 to go in the third quarter.
Coach Dalton takes like a 16-yard walk.
Prochet is going to turn and toss it to Woodring. He's going to look for running room up the middle. He's going to be met there by 3 Bellwood Antis defenders and gain no yards.
They say the ball was down.
Yeah, the guy tried to strip it away from him, but Jake Woodring was laying on the ground. So
I'm going to tell you right now, Jeff, it's a good thing we don't have replay because that ball was coming out. No gain. 4th down. First time Woodring touched the ball on this drive that so far has not been very successful. They fail on 3rd down. Brings up a big 4th down play.
4th and 7 for the Panthers.
Do you try to bury them in field position, or are you going for it? Oh, they're going for it.
They're going for it. Coach Dalton thinks he needs to score here, and he's going to keep his offense on the field to try and do so. Prochetti's going to send 2 guys out to the left, 1 to the right. Patrick Hilaire is behind him in the backfield in the fullback position, and Prochetti's going to drop back, look to pass. He's going to fire it across the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Dropped right there, picked off by number 12, Curtis Shedlock. You can look at this, check out this Renda digital replay. He throws it across the middle. And it's just a little bit. It throws in double coverage and it's picked off. So
he was looking for Hunter Adair. So after a rough first half, he had completed 3 in a row.
We have 2 penalties after the play. So it's all post-possession. They're offsetting penalties. So no change there. Number 12. I said that was Curtis Shedlock on the interception.
So your defense needs to come up big here.
And we have a timeout in the field. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
Penn Machine Company, a manufacturer of a variety of public rail transportation components, gears, and gearboxes, is pleased to be a sponsor of tonight's high school athletic contest. Penn Machine Company services the public transit, railroad, industrial, and mining industries. They have operations in Johnstown and Blairsville and is a part of the Marmon Group, a global organization of diverse businesses owned by the Berkshire Hathaway Corporation. Penn Machine Company wishes the best of luck to both teams.
Country 106.3.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. S&T Bank is also our third quarter sponsor tonight. And we thank our presenting sponsor on our Renda digital feed, Joyce Plumbing and Heating, and the Blairsville Eagles Club. Bellwood Antis takes over on their own 34-yard line after the Max Perchetti interception.
And it's gut check time for the River Valley defense.
They need to come up with a stop here. They cannot allow the Blue Devils to score again. You think they're going to dig themselves too deep a hole. The handoff's going to be across the right-hand side. Running room over there is number 34, Alex McCartney. Going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, he's going to be about 2 yards short, I think, where they're marking it. He's got 8 yards on the play. Boy, does he run well. 2nd down and 2.
They're going to put it between the 42 and the 43-yard line. Okay, you don't see that very often. 2nd and 2 for the Blue Devils. Painter works under center, as he does on most formations. He's going to give it to the first guy through.
Plummer.
That's going to be Plummer. He's got a big hole. He's going to be out across the right-hand side, across the 50-yard line. Chase Plummer with a nice gain for the Blue Devils.
Give them 10. First down. Now they are in the territory of the Panthers. 11-yard pickup.
Down to the 46-yard line. These two running backs have been quite the 1-2 punch, as we sort of expected to see, Bill. And, of course, the Panthers without their second half of their 1-2 punch is Brody Hutter not eligible to play in the playoffs, being a transfer. This time it's going to be Plummer again. He's going to have a hole up the middle. He's going to try and drag a tackler. He's dragging Jake Woodring down across the 35-yard and close to the 30.
Wow, that's a pickup of like 14 yards.
So the Blue Devil runners just getting yards in chunk plays now. They are down at the 31-yard line.
Timeout by Coach Dalton. Needs to make adjustments here.
River Valley timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night with Cribbs and Cody on Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
RMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank people, forward banking. We thank S&T for being our broadcast booth sponsor all season long, and they're our third quarter sponsor tonight as well. The Panthers trail the Blue Devils 21-16, and they've covered a lot of yards, Bill, in 3 plays already.
3 plays, 33 yards. Yeah, that's the last 3 runs. Coach Dalton didn't like what he sees, but he had to call 3 timeouts early in the first half. He doesn't like to use them like that in the second half, but here, I don't think he felt like he had a choice because they're moving. And River Valley needs to stop. 1st and 10 at 31.
The backs in the backfield are in a side-by-side formation. Paintner's going to keep it in time and have a hole up the middle. He's got some running room. He's going to be tackled from behind, but not before he gets inside the 20-yard line.
That's going to be another 12 yards, so they're getting these chunk plays here. His third run of the night, he has 22 yards.
Anthony Bazile on the tackle.
So now they're inside the 20, so they are in the red zone, and they're just moving at will like hot knife through butter here.
And you think about the defensive players the Panthers are missing, and you have to wonder if that's not making a difference tonight. No Brody Hutter in there. Kaufman went out earlier, Brady Kaufman. Yeah. Forsha started the game and got hurt in the very first play. Painter's going to hand the ball off. Not much running this time.
Ball's out. Ball's out.
But I think the runner was down. Let's see what the official says here. Yep, he was down. I thought he was down that time. So Plummer with the carry.
He'll get 3.
And they spot that ball. Let's see, it's at the 17-yard line.
I think Bazile was the one who might have stripped that ball.
Second down now for the Blue Devils. I formation in the backfield for the running backs. Painter's going to take the snap. He's going to toss it out to the right-hand side. It's McCartney out there, tiptoeing down the sideline, cuts back in, and he is into the end zone. Another touchdown for Alex McCartney.
17 yards. Big chunk plays on this drive. And for Bellwood Antis, a big answer. River Valley had the opportunity because they couldn't get the ball to move.
And you can see on Renda do a replay. He gets around the right-hand side, bounces off a tackler, was able to stay in bounds and cut it in towards the end zone. So extra point coming up now for the Blue Devils. Smearman is the kicker. Kick is up, and that kick is good. So the Blue Devils extend their lead to 28-16. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Canada Van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Today's best country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. The Blue Devils from Bellwood Antis extend their lead to 28-16 on an Alex McCartney 17-yard touchdown run. It only took them 6 plays to cover the yards to get the score.
That was like an angry Blue Devil drive there because River Valley got the ball back. They had good field position. They were 1 score down, and they weren't able to convert. And now Bellwood Antis took advantage of that, gets the touchdown. They're back up by 2 scores. So back to where you started.
The kick is away. It's going to be taken there by Dakota Haupt. It's going to have a little running room across. He's going to be not quite out to the 20-yard line.
Had a little problem fielding the ball, and that's going to cost them a couple yards. So they're backed up to their own 19-yard line to start. Well, we'll call it the 20, Jeff. That's what the ball looks like. It's barely touching the 20-yard line.
20-yard line of River Valley.
Fast-moving third quarter, too. 1:26
to go in the third quarter. So the Panthers need to answer that score yet again. Down 28-16 to the Blue Devils. Brzezinski is out wide left. Everybody else is in tight to the formation. This time it's going to be a handoff to Hunter Adair. He's going to find some running room across the left side. Pick up about 5 yards over there.
Yeah, that little mix around that they do. 5-yard pickup for Adair. So bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Panthers.
Jackson Dormini on the tackle there. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I want to thank our Renda Digital TV's presenting sponsors, Joyce Plumbing and Heating and the Blairsville Eagles Club, bringing you this District 6 2A football playoff action from Panther Stadium in Blairsville. Perchetti is going to work under center. He's going to turn.
Fumble.
Hand the ball off.
The ball bounced right back into his hand.
Bounce away from Patrick Hilaire, but lucky to get it back.
Was that who that was?
Hilaire, that was Patrick Hilaire on the carry.
He's going to get a credit for a 1 yard, but even bigger, holding on to that football because it bounced on the ground and bounced right back into his arms.
So we've seen the ball on the ground a couple times tonight by both teams. Some trouble with fielding punts and kicks, as one might be expected on a breezy night tonight, but it is a little cold. Maybe affect the.
It's going to be in the third quarter,
handle on the ball. And do we have to run one play at the play clock? We do not. Okay, that is the end of the third quarter. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV. We'll be back after this.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
Today's best country, 106.3.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank People Forward Banking. Our fourth quarter sponsor tonight is brought to you by IRMC. Better health, better life. Learn more at irmc.org. We enter the fourth quarter with the Panthers trailing the Blue Devils 28-16.
It's a tall task facing the Panthers if they want their season to go on. They're down 2 scores, not a field goal and a touchdown. They're down 2 scores. They need to get into the end zone, but more importantly, they're facing a third down, which they are 2 of 6 for tonight. It's third down and manageable. That's the good news for River Valley, but they need to get moving.
So we switch ends of the stadium, ends of the field, I should say. The Panthers now have the wind at their back. They're going from the scoreboard, the west end towards the east, facing towards the Thomas Shoemaker Fieldhouse. So third down now for River Valley. Perchetti will work under center with Hilaire behind him in the fullback position. He's going to turn and toss it to Woodring, and he's not going to have any running room there. He's back at the line of scrimmage and dropped.
Number 63, Hescox for Bellwood Antis held on to Woodring, and he must have read the tape on Woodring. Don't let this guy go because he can sidestep and he can juke and jive. And he actually might have lost about a half a yard on that play. So got Woodring going early on in the third quarter. But Bellwood Antis has stood up to it, and River Valley has no question. They have to go for it. Perchetti comes from the sidelines with the play call on a big.
We're just underway in the fourth quarter, but down 2 scores. You
yeah.
cannot give the ball back to the Blue Devils and give them a chance to put up more points. You need to score in this drive. And are we going to have a timeout?
His second.
Okay, River Valley is going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
6.3 Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Want to thank the Blairsville Eagles Club and Joyce Plumbing and Heating for being our presenting sponsors on our Renda Digital TV feed tonight, bringing you this District 6 2A playoff action.
If you're going to use that time out there, I think you use it after you go up to the line and try to draw them off sides and get that 5 yards. So they have changed their mind. They got the wind at their back, so why not try to do a field position flip and maybe turn them over?
Perchetti is back to punt. And he does kick it away. The punt is high. Dormany comes running up and takes it to the 40-yard line. He's going to break a tackle there. Get out to almost the 50-yard line.
I don't think that's what they were looking for.
Now he's going to have it almost at midfield. So the punt by Max Perchetti will give the Blue Devils the ball at their own 49-yard line.
Well, this is it. Doak came off the field a little bit hampered on the special teams play, but he's going to try to shake it off on the sideline. River Valley defense, this is it, baby. Do or die.
You got to keep the Blue Devils out of the end zone here. They score again, and you're just not going to have enough time to come back. So let's see what the Panthers defense can do. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to be Matt McClash scrimmage. Michael Wayno says, I'll tackle that ball carrier. No gain on the play.
Hasn't happened too often tonight where Plummer and McCartney are stopped for no gain or less. Even a loss on some of their plays, but that one's going to go for 0. But a nice play by Wayno. Wrapped him, held him, drove him back. 2nd down and 10. 1 down, many more to go. They got to get that ball back, and they got to keep the Blue Devils out of the end zone, as you said, Jeff.
And if you're the River Valley Panthers, you want to be, if anyone has a defender stood up, you want to be trying to pull that ball away. Going to need a turnover here.
Plenty of time to go. You just got to get that ball back.
Partner's going to take the handoff. He's going to hand it off. Coming across the left-hand side, that's number 30. Colin Gibbons is the whole way down inside the 30-yard line.
20-yard carry. Gibbons' first official rush of the night. Goes for 20 yards and a 1st down.
You can see on the Renda Digital replay, he just found a nice hole around the right-hand side and it's finally just bounced out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So not what the Panthers wanted to see. The Blue Devils getting deep inside their territory. Actually, they're marked at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, so just 21-yard pickup for Gibbons.
So they got Gibbons on the end around there. And a big gain for the Blue Devils. Partner's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to McCartney. He's just going to sort of push his way forward and get about 5 yards.
And they're just, right now, these running backs just punishing River Valley.
And it's another Panthers player's coming off the field, sort of grabbing at his shoulder. I can't tell the number. He's holding his arm over his number.
Is that what they said?
I can't tell if it's 34 or 24. I cannot tell on the sideline.
24, Jeff.
24, that is Zach Zimmers. Second down now. Partner's going to hand the ball off. Right up the middle goes.
He's gone.
McCartney into the end zone for another touchdown. I'm sorry, that was Chase Plummer. Chase Plummer on the carry, and you can see it on our Renda digital replay.
He was barely touched.
He just guts up through the middle, finds a hole, and it's a foot race down the right sideline into the end zone.
And another 15-yard penalty coming up. I think this is against River Valley.
Unless it's on the celebration of the touchdown, maybe, Bill. I don't know. I didn't see what happened there. But the official will tell us what it's going to be. It's unsportsmanlike conduct after the play is over. It'll be a forced on the kickoff.
Woodring.
So interesting that
uncharacteristic.
Jake Woodring would cause a problem in the end zone after a touchdown run, but nevertheless, that'll be enforced on the kickoff. Smearman to kick. The extra point is up, and it is good. The Blue Devils extend their lead to 35-16. You're listening to an Irons High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Friday night football may be heating up, but before long, the snow will be piling up. Get ready for winter plowing with Murray Auto Electric and Radio Communications in Greensburg and Ford City. They've got Meyer, SnowX, and Byers plows, plus expert installs, repairs, and even retrofits for older plows on newer trucks. Don't get snowed under this season. Get your free estimate at Murray Auto Electric, helping you battle the snow, one storm at a time.
What is an eagle? Our national icon, of course. The Blairsville Eagles 1488 are people helping people. Since 1906, they made life more desirable with their contributions. The Eagles Airy 1488 helps local charities with their generosity. Their events, raffles, specials, and music are how the Blairsville Eagles give back to Blairsville. On Facebook and William Penn Highway, join the Blairsville Eagles as they cheer on the River Valley Panthers to victory.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank people forward banking. The Blue Devils extend their lead to 35-16 over the Panthers on a Chase Plummer 24-yard touchdown run. Only took them 4 plays to go the 51 yards.
Last time they kicked from this position, it was an intentional onside kick. So
a 15-yarder after the touchdown was scored will have the kickoff come from the 45-yard line, and he will kick it deep this time. It'll be driven in the end zone and through the back of the end zone, so no return for the Panthers. They will start at their own 25-yard line.
Well, you remember how that second quarter ended in a very wacky way. River Valley's going to need some wackiness to go on if they're going to get back into this football game. They are down 35-16 with 9:27 to go in this fourth quarter. They showed a lot of life on that first drive in the third quarter, got in the end zone, then they got the ball back, but they couldn't move it, and Bellwood Antis was pretty much like, we had enough. We need to take care of ourselves. And they went down the field and scored, and they have since scored again, and they've extended their lead to 19.
So the task is daunting with 9 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the game for the Panthers. Their season on the line yet again against the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils. Perchetti's going to work under center. He's got 2 guys to the left. He's going to look to pass. He's going to fire it here to Brzezinski. He's going to catch it, but for very little gain. He may have lost a yard.
He lost a yard. He lost 2.
So try to set up a quick wide receiver screen to Brzezinski, and nothing doing.
So -2 on the pass to Brzezinski. His 4th reception, though he's not going to talk about that one. 2nd and 12. One of the problems with passing tonight, Perchetti's been sacked, 4 times?
Second down now for the Panthers. Perchetti is going to fake a handoff. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to run around the left-hand side and step out of bounds after a minimal gain.
22, they'll give him 4. As the wind in the sails of the fans on this side of the River Valley Stadium hit Panther Stadium Field. Everyone kind of just letting the cold get to them, or some have already hit the exits. It'll bring up a third down, which has not been a friend of River Valley tonight. Unofficially 2 for 8, 2 for 7, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, yep, 2 for 7.
It is a 3rd and 8 upcoming for the Panthers. Perchetti's going to drop back and look to pass. He's going to be pressured immediately, set up a screen. It's going to be incomplete, intended for Jake Woodring over there.
Jake Woodring knew that was a screen. He never turned around. So that ball falls incomplete. Wow.
And once again, you kind of have to go for it. I mean, you're deep in your own territory. If you don't get it, you've basically given the game up. But you're down so many scores, Bill, you can't punt it away and hope to get the ball back.
Yeah, and if you don't, it's going to make the score look uglier because Bellwood Antis is only going to be like 22 yards away from pay dirt. But we'll see if River Valley can convert. They're 0 for 2 on 4th down tonight.
So Woodring and Steller are going to go out to the right, Brzezinski to the left. Perchetti's going to take the snap, drop back, and look to pass. He's going to fire it downfield. That's going to be almost caught by Brzezinski. Right in front of us here at the 50-yard line. A leaping attempt by Brzezinski. You can see on the Renda digital replay. Perchetti does have time. He fires it downfield. And Brzezinski, we've seen him make great acrobatic catch leads all season long. Goes up, but just cannot quite pull it down. So it's going to be incomplete. And that is a turnover on downs for the Panthers.
And that's going to be it. This is all going to be about just running clock maybe for Bellwood Antis or putting the cherry on top with another score.
Partner's going to take the snap, but we're going to have a whistle. Let's see what the flag is. It's a false start against the Blue Devils, so they will go backwards 5 yards.
It's hard to complain when you're up this big, but if you would talk to Coach Loveridge, he would be saying, "Yeah, there was way too many penalties in that game."
Yes, that's one thing I think he'll want to clean up before they have to face Richland, most likely in the second round of the 2A playoffs.
80 yards you've given up in penalties, so it takes you back to the 27, 1st and 15. In control of the game, in control of the clock. Bellwood Antis, do they have a date with the Richland Rams next week?
Partner works under center. He's going to turn to hand the ball off. That's number 34, Alex McCartney up the middle.
Just a couple on the carry. I used to cover football, Jeff, for the Richland Rams years ago.
Well, they're going to be getting another game. They've had a traditionally good program up there. It's Brandon Bailey took over years ago. And
yeah, I think I had Bailey's first year, and then I was elsewhere in life.
They are a traditional power in 2A football in Western Pennsylvania District 6 for sure. Partner under center. He's going to toss it back this time to Gibbons. He's going to have room around the left-hand side. He's going to be pulled down. The good news is that's number 64, Brady Kaufman, back in there on the tackle. Good to see him back on the field. But a good run there by Colin Gibbons.
He picks up 13. And just short of the first down. Yeah, because Coach Bailey, his father, was a coach at Forest Hills.
For years, yes.
Yeah.
River Valley's going to take a timeout, but we're going to stay right here.
Yeah, so Brandon Bailey Brandon's the coach. Was the coach at Richland.
Brandon Bailey is the coach at Richland.
His dad coached at Forest Hills, and for a few years there, before his dad retired, they would have the Bailey Bowl, Forest Hills versus Richland, and that was always fun, and it always brought out great crowds, whether the game was at Forest Hills or if the game was at Richland.
Richland, a 2A school, Forest Hills, a 3A, but they're not separated by much. They're sort of a natural backyard rivalry, kind of like River Valley and Blairsville, close neighbors.
And it got even more fierce, I guess you could say, or a more of a highlighted rivalry because of the father versus son. And the father, I think, won the first go-round, but the second year, I pretty much remember the student beating the teacher. And it wasn't too long after that, Coach Bailey Forest Hills stepped aside, and a positive program. Both those programs have had big-time success.
Yeah, when you hear District 6 playoffs, lots of times you hear both Forest Hills in 3A and Richland in 2A making it in the playoffs and making it pretty far in the playoffs, too. So, unfortunately, it looks like the season's going to come to an end for these River Valley Panthers for the second year in a row at the hands of the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils.
There's a mistake on the scoreboard. It showed 73 minutes and 40 seconds left, but they have adjusted that.
3rd and 1 now for the Blue Devils. Ball rests at the 12-yard line. Partner's going to take it, hand it off. Protecting that ball is Alex McCartney. He's going to have enough for the first down.
3 yards and a first down, moving the sticks. Converting on 3rd down.
They move it inside the 10-yard line to the 9.
That's 3 for 8 on 3rd downs for Bellwood Antis. The clock will be under 7 minutes to play in what has been a decisive 4th quarter for the Blue Devils, who will advance.
Evan Strauss runs on the field to give Ahijah Kramakbar a break on defense. Defense has been out there a lot tonight. They've surrendered 35 points to this Blue Devil offense. Partner's going to take it and hand it off.
He faked it inside, he handed it outside.
Gibbons
Beautiful.
around the left-hand side, and is he in?
Yep.
He dove for the end zone, and he is in. So, number 30, Colin Gibbons, as you can see upcoming here on a Renda digital replay. He's going to get a handoff on the left-hand side and just pick his way in there for the 9-yard touchdown.
And for those who didn't exit, had a little hope in their heart,
they're picking up their blankets and starting to head down the stairs.
Some are deciding to call it a night.
Extra point attempt is upcoming. Smearman's kick is up, and it is good. So the Blue Devils extend their lead to 42-16. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi. I want to congratulate our local basketball teams on outstanding seasons and wish you the best in the 2025 district and state playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and hard work make our community proud. A big thank you to the coaches and teachers who guide you, both on the court and in the classroom. Your leadership shapes the future. I'm proud to serve the 62nd District, and I'll be cheering you on. Best of luck in the playoffs.
Paid by friends of Jim Struzzi.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank People Forward Banking. Your score of 42-16. The Blue Devils over the Panthers after a Colin Gibbons 9-yard touchdown run. Only took them 4 plays to go the 22 yards as they tack on to their lead.
With 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, this was a 21-16 football game. And with 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, it was a 21-16 football game, and River Valley had the football. So a lot has changed in that little bit of time. 3 touchdowns by Bellwood Antis.
The kick is away. It's going to be taken by an upback. That's Michael Wayno running with the ball. He's going to jump over a blocker, break a tackle, and then be brought down by a host of Bellwood Antis special teams tacklers. Shy of the 30-yard line for Michael Wayno.
I think Michael Wayno likes to get hit. He likes to take on some tacklers.
He doesn't shy away from contact, that is for sure.
Off. It takes more than one person to bring him down. You know, you look at River Valley and look at some of the youngsters, you know, like a Max Perchetti or a Jake Woodring and some of the youngsters that they're going to be bringing back. So this is a program that's definitely going to continue. They're going to lose a lot of great seniors. There's no doubt about that, but they do have some youth on this team.
They do. Hilaire, Perchetti will have another season, Woodring. So a core group's coming back. Perchetti's going to hand off this time. Coming up the middle, looking for a little bit of running room. That's Hunter Adair on the carry.
He's another one, isn't he? He's not a senior, is he?
No, Hunter Adair is a senior. He will not be back.
He will not be back, okay. So 5-yard pickup for Hunter.
They put the ball at the 34-yard line.
He's had a nice second half. 4 carries for 21 yards.
Second down now for the Panthers. Perchetti's going to hand it off to Patrick Hilaire this time. Up the middle, pushing forward. He's going to be short of the first down, but a nice gain there.
He'll pick up 5, and it'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Patrick Hilaire, as Bill said, is a sophomore, 6 feet, 178 pounds, so he'll be back again next season.
He has a touchdown in the second half. A 6-yard run, 4 carries, 14 yards.
Shay's going to take the snap and just push forward himself and have enough for the first down.
He'll pick up 4 and move the sticks.
Put the ball out the 43-yard line. Shedlock on the tackle there, helping stop Brachetti as the clock ticks down with 5 minutes to go. Panthers trailing the Blue Devils 42-16. First down play. Brachetti's going to drop back and look to pass. He's going to have time. He's going to fire it down the field.
Jeez.
Long down the field and almost intercepted.
Nice toss. But
throwing into the wind there.
I was throwing with the wind.
I'm sorry, with the wind. The
Yeah.
wind is back there. Maybe that's what caused him to overthrow him just a little bit, because the defender was the one in the best position to actually catch that. So incomplete pass for Max Brachetti.
Cannot exercise the demons on Halloween night as Bellwood Antis, for the second year in a row, will knock River Valley from the playoffs.
And both times the game has been here at home for the Panthers, so the home cooking has not gone well. This is going to be a reverse to Adair. He's going to have a hole up across the middle. He's going to break a tackle, be across the 50, and down to the close to the 40-yard line. So a nice run by Hunter Adair.
Yeah, don't tell him his season's over. Nice run. Went for 16 yards.
They put it down at the 42-yard line. First down now for the Panthers. Brachetti's going to fake a handoff, pitch it out this time to Woodring. He's going to be bottled up, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Great read by Bellwood Antis in that play. Number 80, Tristan Revo was there, sniffed that out.
Yeah, and you don't see Jake Woodring too many times that happened to him, but that was just good defense, staying home, staying in your gaps, and he knocks him back 8, and it brings up a long second down at 18 as we are under 4 minutes to play in what has been a very disappointing fourth quarter for River Valley.
They were able to score once in this second half, but the Blue Devils have really poured it on after halftime. Brachetti's going to drop back and just keep it himself. Quarterback run. Going to get about 5 yards on that carry.
Yep.
They're going to spot him right at the 45-yard line.
Third down and behind the sticks. Third down and we're at the 45. We'll call it 3rd and 12.
Well, the stand's certainly not empty, Bill. A lot of these Panthers faithful have stayed bundled up on a cold night it is.
Or they got to drive their kid home after the game.
That's true. Maybe someone waiting for them. Maybe go warm up the car when the game's over. But third down now. Brachetti's going to drop back and look to pass. He's going to throw a screen pass. It's going to be knocked down.
Not work tonight at all.
Incomplete. Intended for Hilaire.
Man, another attempt at a screen. It just understand why that's not working. I mean, you let those linemen come in. You let the ball go. 3 for 10 on third down tonight. And it'll bring up fourth down where they haven't been any better. They're 0 for 3.
4th and 3 for the Panthers.
No, 4th and 13.
I apologize. They're behind the sticks.
Yeah, no apology necessary.
Brachetti is going to drop back and look to pass. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to fire it downfield. He's going to hit his man. It's going to be Hilaire, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. And they will turn the ball over on downs. Is there a flag down?
I don't think so. Was there?
I thought I saw something. Nope, no flag. I apologize. It's just going to be a turnover. Turnover on downs. We're going to have a timeout in the field. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night with Cribs and Cody on Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
Today's best country on Cat Country 106.3.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. We want to take a moment and thank our presenting sponsors tonight, bringing you Renda digital feed, Joyce Plumbing and Heating, and the Blairsville Eagles Club. And our fourth quarter sponsor tonight is brought to you by IRMC. Better health, better life. Learn more at irmc.org. So Bellwood Antis will take over at the 36-yard line after the turnover on downs, with 2:46 to go in the game. It's going to be a toss play. Not much doing there. Number 28, Brady Christ on the carry. So the Blue Devils using a few different running backs now that the game is in hand for them. They're going to have a game next week they want to keep guys healthy for.
They've called off the dogs, so to speak.
The ball's right at the 35-yard line. And it looks like Painter is not in a quarterback anymore. That's Brendan McNellis running the quarterback position. He's going to hand the ball off up the middle. Not much running room there.
Nope.
It's number 28, Brady Christ again on the carry.
That'll bring up a third down.
As they spot that ball, looks like they put it down at the 36-yard line. So just a gain of 1.
They're 3 for 8 on third down, so just a little bit better than River Valley's offense.
Clock ticks under 2 minutes to go. The Panthers trailing the Blue Devils 42-16. McNellis will work under center. He's going to hand the ball off to the up back.
Wow.
Coming across the middle. Good run across the 50. That's number 33, Cooper Gibbons. Colin Gibbons' little brother. He's only a freshman.
Yeah.
They're going to spot that ball, I guess, right at the 50.
And now they're just going to take a knee, it looks like, Jeff.
It appears they're just going to take a knee. We're getting word that the Marion Center Canberra Heights game is nip and tuck. Marion Center just went ahead 29-22. So that game is coming down to its wire. And the Blue Devils are just going to take a couple knees here. And it's going to be the end of the season for the River Valley Panthers. One more kneel down. That will do it. So the Blue Devils defeat the Panthers 42-16 in this first round District 6 2A football matchup. And that's going to end the Panthers season. But we'll be back with more on the postgame show. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
What is an eagle? Our national icon, of course. The Blairsville Eagles 1488 are people helping people. Since 1906, they made life more desirable with their contributions. The Eagles Airy 1488 helps local charities with their generosity. Their events, raffles, specials, and music are how the Blairsville Eagles give back to Blairsville. On Facebook and William Penn Highway, join the Blairsville Eagles as they cheer on the River Valley Panthers to victory.
Spectacular savings are here at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. This October, we're brewing up scary good deals that will make your wallet with joy. Save up to 10 grand on your new Mitsubishi and available 0% APR for up to 60 months on all Mitsubishi models.
Don't ghost these savings. Get in today to the Mitsubishi Giant before these deals disappear.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
Country.
For the second year in a row, the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils and the River Valley Panthers season the playoffs, 42-16. The game started out with River Valley taking the lead. They got the ball on their own 27-yard line. That drive was helped out by a fumble on a punt. A 10-play drive would cover 73 yards. Jake Woodring ran it out from 4 yards out, and River Valley took a 7-0 lead. Bellwood Antis got the ball back on their next possession. It only took them 5 plays to go 70 yards. Alex McCartney ran in from 44 yards out. The extra point was good, and we were all tied up at 7-7. River Valley would answer right back on their next possession with a Cole Heckathorn 33-yard field goal to extend their lead to 10-7 over the Blue Devils. The teams would then exchange punts and turnover on down, and Bellwood Antis would get the ball back with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. They would put together an 11-play, 53-yard drive that was capped off by a Chase Plummer 12-yard touchdown run. Their extra point was good, and Bellwood Antis led 14-10. River Valley had to punt before halftime, and then a sort of strange series of events. Bellwood Antis got the ball back on their own 17-yard line. They put together a hook and ladder play. Braden Partner to Jeffrey Waite, tossed it to Alex McCartney. He took it the whole way down to the 30-yard line of the Panthers. And the very next play, Partner hit Colin Gibbons on a 30-yard touchdown pass. The 2 plays covered 83 yards. And right before halftime, the extra point was good, and Bellwood Antis took a 21-10 halftime lead. River Valley got the ball to start the second half and was able to cut into that lead. They put together a 10-play, 75-yard drive, capped off by a Patrick Hilaire 6-yard touchdown run. And the teams would trade punts for a couple possessions in the second half, but Bellwood Antis would strike on a 6-play, 66-yard drive with only 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Alex McCartney broke off a 17-yard touchdown run, and Bellwood Antis extended their lead to 28-16. River Valley's next possession resulted in a 3-and-out punt, and Bellwood Antis got the ball back and put together a 4-play drive covering 51 yards. Chase Plummer took it in from 24 yards out. The kick was good, and 35-16 was the score. Bellwood Antis would tack on one more score in the night to set our final at 42-16. This time, Colin Gibbons had a 9-yard touchdown run. A 4-play drive only covered 22 yards after the Panthers had turned it over on downs. A couple of kneel downs would end the game at 42-16. So the Panthers fall for the second straight year to Bellwood Antis in the first round of the 6A playoffs. Their season comes to an end. Bellwood Antis will move on next week to face the Richmond Rams in the next round. Bill, I saw you working on some stats over there. Are you ready to cover some stats for this game?
Yeah.
Bill's going to make it. I think we got to get through one more postgame, Bill, and we're going to be okay. I should mention this, the Allied Milk Producers postgame show brought to you by the Allied Milk Producers. Whole milk, whole nutrition.
Just a little disappointing because that third quarter, you come out and you score, it's 21-16, you get the ball back. Oh, man, missed opportunity. But that 1-2 punch for Bellwood Antis, McCartney and Plummer. McCartney, 14 carries, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. Plummer, 12 carries, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Those two mirrored each other. So 14 for 113, 12 for 101. Pretty impressive. Partner ran the ball 4 times for 25 yards. Gibbons had 4 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown. They had 13 first downs in the game. They made a lot of mistakes as far as penalties are concerned, and they also turned the ball over, but they were able to dig out of their own mess. That turnover early in the game, I thought it was going to set the tone. It did not. They were 2 for 2 on 4th downs. River Valley could never just get it going on the running game. Perchetti ran the ball 8 times for 43 yards. Adair 6 times for 38 yards. Woodring had 10 runs for 49 yards. Wayno 5 for 15. Hilaire 4 for 14. Hilaire got into the end zone. Brzezinski had 4 receiving yards. Woodring with 2 catches for 26 yards. Hilaire had 1 catch for 8 yards. Perchetti passing 7 for 19 for just 45 yards. and I think he did have the one interception. Is that correct? Yeah, one interception in the game. Not a lot of penalties on River Valley tonight, two that actually went against them. They were of the 15-yard variety. One of them was pretty severe because the kickoff turned out to be an onside kick, and really the tide started turning in the football game. First downs tonight for River Valley. They were able to manage 11 first downs, but third downs really killed them. They were just 3 for 12 on third downs, and fourth down wasn't any better. They were 0 for 3. And the score was 42-16, Jeff, but as I explained, and as you explained too, I think the score was a lot closer than that. It wasn't anything like last year, where last year, the news from last year was it was a game that was never in doubt. This game was in doubt, including right there midway through the third quarter, but River Valley could never seem to stop that 1-2 punch that Bellwood Antis has.
For sure, it was definitely a different game than what last year was, but unfortunately, the same end result for the Panthers. Their season ends in the first round of the playoffs at the hands of the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils once again. So we'll be back with more on the Allied Milk Producers postgame show after this quick timeout.
When the season demands more, you come prepared. With more warmth where it matters. More control when it counts. More confidence to go further. You're more than ready to make this winter yours. During the Mitsubishi year-end sales event, drive away in a new Mitsubishi SUV with 0% for 60 months on every model. Visit 5starmitsubishi.com to shop online and learn more about America's best-backed vehicles.
It's a true treasure in Blairsville, a style of eating that's rare, and that's the diner experience. Dean's Diner on Route 22 captures the mood and atmosphere of the old-fashioned family-style eating of the off-road diner. Scrumptious home-style meals you remember growing up with, capped off with Dean's Diner's famous assortment of homemade pies. Why not stop in after the game? Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Dean's Diner, Route 22, Blairsville, the classic diner eating experience.
Best Country 106.3.
Country.
Welcome back to the Allied Milk Producers post-game show, Whole Milk, Whole Nutrition. And tonight, Bill, at the end of the game, we need to announce our 5-star Mitsubishi's 5 stars of the game. And I think for number one, I got to give it with Alex McCartney from the Blue Devils.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Plummer was the other one, the 1-2 punch that they have there.
Chase Plummer, number 2.
In the backfield. Gibbons was another one. He got a lot of touches, especially there in the second half.
And had 2 touchdown runs.
That kind of sealed the deal. And for River Valley, you got to give Patrick Hilaire some credit as he came out there in the second half. He got some touches. And Jake Woodring came alive a little bit there in the second half, was able to give them a spark, but far from enough. Again, this final score is not what it seems. It was a lot closer than in that final score. It was a 42-16.
And again, Patrick Hilaire had to fill in that fullback position tonight. Brody Hutter not being available. He played a little bit of linebacker too. So your 5-star Mitsubishi's 5 stars of the game. Alex McCartney, Chase Plummer, Colin Gibbons, all for the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils. Patrick Hilaire and Jake Woodring for the River Valley Panthers. We do want to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor again, bringing you this Renda digital feed tonight. Joyce Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning. They were voted the best plumber and best air conditioning and HVAC services in the Best of Indiana County magazine. Joyce Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning is the best place in town to take a leak. And, of course, the Blairsville Fraternal Order of Eagles. The Blairsville area 1488 is people helping people. Please join them. Find out more. Stop by the FOE located just a field goal away from Panther Stadium on Old Route 22 in Blairsville. So we do hope to have some words with Coach Dalton this evening. He's still down in the field breaking. Actually, the huddle is just broken up now with the team, and it's always a tough. Someone's season always has to come to an end, and someone's season once you get the playoffs always ends in a loss. And unfortunately for the Panthers, it's been the past 2 years. It's been them. It's been the Blue Devils from Bellwood Antis that's handed them that loss. This year, a much closer game, but I don't know if that makes it any easier to lose, Bill. Just because it's a close game doesn't make it any. You don't take. There's no moral victories here. You got to come ahead on the scoreboard if you want to advance on in the playoffs.
I like the adjustments at halftime that Coach Dalton made. Obviously, he had a plan that when he came out in the second half and they scored that touchdown and They missed a 2-point conversion, and you wonder if that could have taken some of the wind out of the sails. Instead of it being 21-18, it's 21-16. But then all of a sudden, a not-so-great call on the kickoff puts you in a position where you're giving up yardage for free to Bellwood Antis. They don't need any free yardage. They're already in control, and then you get a 5-yard sideline penalty because it was the second time it was called. But then you stop them. Your defense comes up, and you get the ball back. With 6 minutes to play in the third quarter, you're down 21-16. You just had a beautiful drive, but they couldn't get it done. And I think they should have stayed with Woodring a little bit more because he was really successful on that first drive in the third quarter. But they wanted to try to mix it up. They didn't want Bellwood Antis keying on Woodring. Hey, he's a sophomore, and he's a great-looking football player. He's going to be back. This whole team, Max Brachetti, he's going to be back. He has another year. So they do have some good players coming back, ones who have seen the football field, not just 1 year, but they've seen it 2 years, 2-year starters, 3-year starters coming back for River Valley next year.
And we should take a moment to mention some of the seniors. We aren't in a senior night, but these guys did now just play their last game ever in a Panthers uniform. Hunter Adair is a senior. Lucas Kishlock, a good defensive back, he's a senior. Brody Stuller, another senior, is going to be graduating. Brody Hutter, of course, not available tonight. Zach Zimmers as a senior. Cole Heckathorn, the kicker. What do you do next year, Bill, without the leg of Cole Heckathorn? You know, he had a long of 43 yards this year. He's 8 for 8 kicked tonight in this breezy conditions.
Has anyone heard if he got any looks at D1?
I don't know for sure if he did. Of course, your favorite running back and all-around player, Michael Wayno, is graduating this year. Troy Milron, we saw him luckily come back from looked like a very bad injury early in the season, the very first game of the year, actually.
And you had a chance to talk to him.
I did, and we were glad to see him come back and play. Senior Andrew Hebenthal, also graduating. Nicholas Blazowicz. Jacob Twincheck, the center of that line. It seems like he's been playing center for this team, Bill, for years. Not just the 3 years he's been here, but he seems like he's been always an anchor on that offensive line.
Ahijah Kareem Akbar. I mean, what a season he's had.
Ahijah Kareem Akbar. Dakota Sprague, you know, one of the twin towers up there on the left side of that line. Him and Ben Whitmer. You got to replace that lineman, Dakota Sprague, next year. And of course, Brody Forsha, who was playing some great defense. You know, especially leading up to that Marion Center game. I remember Coach Dalton in a post-game show telling us that he was just a menace on the defensive line and went down early in that Marion Center game. Didn't play last week to try and come back this weekend. This is the very first play of the game. He comes up limping and doesn't get to come back in the game.
And for him and his family, that's got to be heartbreaking. You know, Flickinger, he's just a junior. He's going to be back. He had some great plays, great play on that line as well. So, yeah, they're going to have to refurbish that line, one that Coach Dalton calls a collegiate line. He's often referred to them as that this year, but it's been a long time. They haven't lost since August, and here on the last day of October, it's only their second loss of the season, but unfortunately it's the one where it's do or die, and it's win or go home, and unfortunately for River Valley, they're going home.
They are going to go home. And while we're waiting for Coach Dalton to join us in the broadcast booth, we're going to take one more quick time out, and we'll be back. You're listening to the Allied Milk Producers post-game show on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV.
A van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
What is an eagle? Our national icon, of course. The Blairsville Eagles 1488 are people helping people. Since 1906, they made life more desirable with their contributions. The Eagles Airy 1488 helps local charities with their generosity. Their events, raffles, specials, and music are how the Blairsville Eagles give back to Blairsville. On Facebook and William Penn Highway, join the Blairsville Eagles as they cheer on the River Valley Panthers to victory.
Martin General Stores are a proud sponsor of high school athletics and congratulates both teams on their success. There are many good reasons why you should shop at your local Martin General Store. Monthly specials on a variety of hot and cold sandwiches, wraps, pizza, and deli items, and if you don't have a Martin Gold Star Rewards card, just stop at your local store and apply to save on food specials and gas for your vehicle. These are just a few good reasons why you should be shopping at your local Martin General Store.
Cat Country 106.3.
Cat Country.
Welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. You're listening to the Allied Milk Producers post-game show after the River Valley Panthers fall 42-16 to the Bellwood Antis Blue Devils. We want to take a moment and thank our presenting sponsors tonight on Renda Digital TV. We had Joyce Plumbing and Heating, the Blairsville Eagles Club, and of course all our sponsors all night long and all season long that helped us to bring you the sights and sounds of District 6 playoff action, but not just tonight, obviously all season long. We're still attempting to contact Coach Dalton to see if he's going to be able to join us here for a quick comment on the post-game show. But, Bill, as we look ahead to next week, we know that Bellwood Antis is going to move on. They're probably going to face Richland. The last score we saw was that Richland was going to defeat United Valley. And so that game will be played next Friday night at Richland Rams Stadium in Johnstown. And I believe the last score update I got was Marion Center was leading Cambria Heights. I don't know if that game had gone final yet or not, but Marion Center is poised to take on Bishop McCourt next week. That game would be held on Friday night at Sargent's Stadium, is where the Bishop McCourt Crushers play in downtown Johnstown. They used to call that the Old Point Stadium. I'm sure you've probably called a few football games there, have you not?
Yes, sir, buddy. That's a classic place. I'm trying to get some final scores, Jeff, but...
and so in Single A, we'll have Bishop Guilfoyle. They'll be hosting, I think, Homer Center, held on to win that game.
Marion Center beat Cambria Heights 29-22.
That game was final. And Homer did win their game 30-6. So Homer is going to advance to face Bishop Guilfoyle.
Northern Cambria season ended tonight. Purchase Line season ended tonight. United Valley season ended tonight.
So we only have two Heritage Conference teams left in the playoffs, Bill. The Homer Center Wildcats will have a tough task against the Bishop Guilfoyle crew that is perpetually good, and the Stingers are going to be up against it just as well against the other Bishop McCourt in Johnstown. So two tough tasks ahead for the remaining Heritage Conference teams as they look to advance throughout the playoffs. So we're not going to be able to bring you Coach Dalton tonight. I apologize for that. But if you listen to Coach's Corner tomorrow morning, it's the last Coach's Corner of the year, you'll be able to hear Coach Dalton's comments tomorrow morning on the Coach's Corner. So for our cameraman, Joe Weister, I want to thank you, Joe, for braving the elements tonight, the breezy wind on top of our press box here. Matt Lewis here was doing our producing. I want to thank Danielle Pisarczyk back in the studio, back on 9th Street. And for my broadcast partner, Bill Cody, I'm Jeff Group. It's been a pleasure to be with you all season long, Mr. Cody. I want to thank you for joining me in the broadcast booth tonight and all season long. We were able to bring
you twisted my arm.
I called Bill out of retirement way back in late June. I made the call, and he said he willingly accepted. So it's been our pleasure to bring you Panthers football all season long on 106.3 Cat Country and Renda Digital TV. We thank you for joining us tonight. Good night, everybody.